Sup nerds, welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 20. I am Sean, and I'm joined, as always, with Chris and Brandon. Alright, locals recap. I guess I'll go first since I believe I did the worst. I played Yellow Hybrid. Round 1, I played against Gamamon. Yeah, Gamamon Tribal. I won game 1. Game 1 took a long time. And game 2, I think we actually ended up going into turns, but he ended up taking it, so we ended up drawing, unfortunately. Round 2, I played against... Did I play against you, Brandon, or... No, I played against Chris round 2, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I played against Heavy Leo. Unfortunately, my removal is deletion-based, and so the Leomon floats into itself, which is really annoying. Chris won game 1. I won game 2. I rolled Chris in game 2, but he didn't see a second level 5 for like 3 turns or something like that. And then Chris cheated and stole game 3 somehow. So
pro tag moment.
And then, I mean, you literally top deck Final Zubigon Punch.
I was still winning that game.
Maybe. We don't know. Know.
Okay, you're right. We don't know.
We'll never know.
You're right. You had one tamer on the board and nothing in raising. You're right. You were gonna come back.
That's right, dude.
His hand definitely wasn't really bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what's in my hand.
I just looked over his shoulder and I saw him going through his hand and I was like, all right.
Dude, yeah, I definitely had some cards that I regretted playing, but round 3 I played against Leomon Tribal, I guess is what you'd call it. I won game 1. Game 2, my hand was absolutely atrocious. I didn't have any memory setting tamers, and I just had 2 Zoes out like the majority of the game, and I kept getting choked, and I really couldn't do anything. I was just sitting there drawing 1 card per turn, and I got down to 3 security, and Caleb had 4 bodies at the beginning of his main phase. 1 Leviamon, 1 Lilithmon that could unsuspend itself once, a Rookie, and then a Cerberus X that if you evoed on top of that, it could unsuspend itself once. And I had 3 security. The first thing he did was Calling from Darkness and blow up his Leviamon to put it back into his hand, to evo into it, and to not do anything because he had too much stuff on the field to interact with my stuff. And then he swung with the Leviamon and it died to the first check. And then he also blew up his Rookie as well to evo into the Leviamon for cheaper. I think he used his Alice. He used his Alice to blow up his Rookie. So he swung with the Leviamon, it died. He swung with Lilith, and I think the Lilith died too. So he punted on first and goal, and I ended up decking him out that game because I think Lilithmon actually survived, but I just Gaia Forced it on my turn, and he had like 4 cards left in deck, so like at that point he was never winning. Yep. And then round 4 I played against some Garu tribal deck. Somehow they cheated.
Yeah, something crazy.
I think I won game 1.
Yeah, you pro tagged me.
Yeah, I pro tagged you so viciously.
It was like the perfect set of conditions to make it to where my stack died. Like, if you want to explain it, go for it, because that is your moment.
Was it that game that...
It was game 1.
It was game 1 that happened?
Yeah, because I was pushing for game. I think I promoted ST16 Garu. You had a level 4 on the board, and Chris's intelligent self next to me was like, he has no security. Just swing at him.
Swing.
Yeah, so I had 2...
Don't be a big baby. Just swing at him.
I had no security. I had 2 level 3s, a level 4, and then a Shadow Seraphi on the field, I think.
Yep.
So I would have done this even if I didn't have an ace in my hand, just to troll Brandon.
Sean is so easy. Sean is just like, let me just fake shuffle my hand real quick. Make it look like
So I literally look over at Chris and I go, Magna Ace exists, you idiot.
No, duh, Brandon. Okay, I know it exists, but I'm like, don't be a chicken. Just swing. If he's got it, he's got it. He doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah, so Brandon promotes. He swings and then unsuspends from the... It was a Melga, right?
It might have been the stupid Sagittarius, and I might have X evolved on top of it with where X to unsuspend. It was something like that to where you
No,
were
it
able
was
to...
it was your promo, I think.
No, okay, yeah, it was.
It was
I think
definitely
promo. I
the
picked it up
promo.
earlier. Yeah, I picked it up out of the trash earlier, and I had the BT5 in sources
Mm-hmm.
because then.
What'd you
when the
have on
magnet
top of the
came out-
promo though? Because you had to have had something on top of the promo.
No, because I didn't have to. I was swinging and then just unsuspending.
So you had the promo, and then I think you had starter deck 2 Melga on top of it.
No, that wasn't until game 2 and 3.
I had a Shadow Seraphi on the field. It was getting de-evoed. You had to have something on top of it.
But if you remember, Garu X is 6k DP,
Oh, okay. All right.
and that 1k DP.
All right, whatever. Okay, I'll explain it. Don't spoil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever Brandon had, he swung with and unsuspended. I obviously have a Magna Ace in my hand, so I blast Evo. Recover 1, minus his stack by 1000 DP. And
Check goes through.
the check goes through,
No, this is awesome.
and it's a Crimson Blaze, and because of the -1, it blows up his stack.
Yep.
And he decked himself out, I think, that turn, so like I won that game.
I know. I straight up scooped after that. Yeah.
I think you were
I just
gonna
don't
deck,
know.
like you were close to decking like pretty much every game besides I think game 3.
Yeah.
All right, so I ended up going whatever and whatever. Someone else's turn.
Yeah. The footage will be lost forever from this week.
Yeah, that one's definitely gonna be members only.
Just for the pro tag moment. Just keep that as like a short.
Oh yeah, that actually was, because I was like, I die here. Like this has to be a Gaia Force. Or
It was the
something.
perfect interaction.
It was.
I guess I can go second. Since I think Chris, you probably had the best. I put in quotations. Night.
I still think I should have got third or second.
We'll have better tiebreakers next time.
Don't draw so
You're
much.
right.
Yeah, for real.
right,
Okay,
that's
so
right.
I ended up dead even 2-2. Game 1 or match 1 was against EOS again, and I'm sorry to that one guy in our comments last time. EOS is just not a great deck. It really isn't.
Don't be mad at us. Be mad at Bandai for not supporting the deck appropriately.
Yeah, like the best support you've had in forever is a level 3 promo. That's okay. But yeah, it's literally was done in like 5 minutes. Like I had time to distribute everybody's promotion packs. I had time to watch Sean's first match. Like it was super fast. The blue base is really strong. The Buka is very good. I just think I miss a lot of the consistency of being able to draw my entire deck in one turn. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty fair. Yeah. So I was also in that game. I already knew like I had some small deck building problems with the deck, like not playing Matt. I really feel like I should have been playing Matt. I think 3 cool boys was too many. Should have cut that. The second round, I got O2'd by Hunters. They just out aggroed me. If I can't OTK with my first stack, they out my stack and then just kill me. So that kind of happened both game 1 and 2. It's just whoever OTKs first, basically. Round 3, I got O2'd pretty hard, basically by myself. I was playing against Shine Greymon, the not good version, the blast mode, burst mode. Game 2, I was already kind of tilted, because I had made a misplay slightly earlier, but I basically had a level 6 on the board, and Omni X in hand, and all I had to do was wipe out his body on the board, but I was like so hell-bent on finding the X antibody so I could tuck it and then just swing for game with the Omni X. But I had my blinders on and didn't just Evo into the Omni X and clear his only stack on the board. So he literally just killed me the following turn, and I was like, I deserve that. Because, you know, there's a perfectly good level 5 sitting there, and he just promotes Marcus, swings, Evos into, I think, BT12 Shine. Marcus clears my security, and then Shine swings for game, and I'm like, I lost that to myself. So that was pretty tilting. But, sometimes you just fumble the bag. What are you going to do? Then the last game, Sean, 2-1. He pro-tagged me pretty hard, game 1. Game 2, I think I just out-aggroed.
I pro-tagged you game 2 as well, but you just ended up recovering and killing me anyway.
Yeah. I think game 2 is the game I legitimately decked out and I killed you that turn.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I also fought through 2 Gaia Forces in security.
Oh, yeah. I saw that when I had 4 or 5 security, I Zoe'd and saw that I had 2 Gaia Forces in there, and I was like, yes, let's go. This is going to stop.
Last 2 checks.
It was the last 2 security checks. It was very annoying.
Yeah, so I basically blew through his security, and the last 2 were the only 2 bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Game 3, you gave me, 5 memory on my final turn or something 5 or 7, something like that. I went into a level 6, was able to clear out 2 of your security with security check +1. We ended up having to fix our game state because we both forgot about the security check +1.
I mean, I blame you for that's your deck. I noticed it.
Yeah. But then basically I was able to Omni-X him for game. Omni-X is a very good card, especially when you have security check +1 under it and enough memory to Evo into it without passing turn. And the Weregaru X lets you unsuspend it. It's pretty good. So I was able to snipe out his last Gaia Force and security, and the last 2 checks didn't matter because, what does it matter? Yeah, overall it's pretty okay week. Purple base is still better in my opinion.
Neither one are going to be good in a couple weeks.
Yep. I have about a month, less than a month now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because is it March 1st or is it March 2nd or 3rd or something?
I think it's March 1st, and obviously February is the shortest month of the year.
Yeah. So.
Can't come soon enough.
And you're also losing a week because of the pre-release.
Yup.
Yeah. Feels bad. All right, Chris, tell us how your Leo did.
So I went 2 wins, 0 losses, 2 ties. Round 1, I played against Mario Security Control. We finished 1-1-1, obviously. I got him game 1. I just he couldn't figure out a way to deal with the heavy Leomon. Game 2, we are literally going into pretty much time. We're about to go into it. And I had game established on board, as I'm sure Sean will end up uploading the video. I go to swing with my heavy Leomon. It checks, end of attack and unsuspends. I check for his last security, and I have another Digimon on board. And it was Holy Flame. So, I think he ends up coming back. He kills my heavy Leomon, or my stack, or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, he ends up winning that game. Just unlucky. We end up tying there. I ran out of Tamas. That's what happened. He ends up being able to clear my board. I ran out of Tamas, so at that point, it's just round 2, I played against Sean. Sean, was that you game 2?
Yeah, it was me and you round 2.
Okay, yeah, round 2 was against Sean. He already kind of went over it. His deck just had a hard time clearing heavy Leomon and keeping him off the board.
Especially with the X antibody tech.
Yeah, the best part about heavy Leomon is he deals with floodgates. He doesn't have to worry about it unless your opponent has multiple of them. And even then, if they have multiple, if you have the Leomon or the correct inheritables, it can get rid of them with DP reduction most of the time. So
yeah, you're basically only losing to a Crimson Blaze followed by removal.
Which I had to do at one point, but it didn't matter because he had 2 heavy Leos on the field.
Yeah.
Round 3 was against Ben. I ended up tying with him 1-1-1. He also kind of pro-tag moment me. It was hilarious. I think I got game 1. He tried to blow up my one. I had 2 heavy Leomons established, one with a way better inheritables than the other one. He ended up killing the one with the much better inheritables, not realizing that I'm literally, with him deleting that one, I was blowing up his whole board. I massacred his whole board with that. Killed his Pillowmon, de-evoed his like level 6 by 2 stages, and then bottom decked it with a heavy Leomon coming back. So I think he kind of understood. He was like, oh, Ben kind of lost himself that game. I still think I would have had it even if he wouldn't have done that, with blowing up either one, but
definitely helped.
yeah, it just kind of confirmed it for me. And then game 2, I don't think I bricked. I think he just ended up being able to deal with the heavy Leomons, and he couldn't bring it back. I can't remember.
I mean, Bulkmon.
Yeah, all 3 games we played, I'm pretty sure he established Bulkmon by turn 2 and was checking me for 2 checks.
Very good card. So good with jamming.
Yeah, I literally think all 3 games. It was like, it was out. He would literally promote Patamon into Bulkmon like all 3 games in a row, and it was crazy. So I was like on the back foot like every single game. Game 3, I mean, you guys saw what happened. He literally went from 0 security to 5. He just like
he had
1?
He had 2 at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah, it was like 1 or 2.
I think if he wouldn't have been able to go all the way back up to 5, I could have killed him because I had a heavy Leomon established on board, and I could, obviously, but we ended up going into time and then turns, and there's just no way we could kill each other fast enough, so we ended up tying. Round 4, it's real simple. I played against Zeosmon. I 2-0'd him in like 5 minutes.
Like, we're sorry.
No, it's literally just what happened. He said, Mel said, I should have mulliganed this hand. He opened with an agility training and just the tamer Minaru, and just thought, I thought I could just dig for the level 3. I'm like,
why is he playing agility training?
I don't know. I think it's agility training.
The green one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You can't search for your Eosmons or cheapen your Eosmons. Like, what point?
He was digging for the level 3. I think that's what he said.
Is he playing Quartzmon?
I don't know. Listen, if he is, he never saw it. He literally. Let me explain something to you. He was already in a bad matchup because if he establishes the
he's already in
bad
matchup because he sat down with Eosmon.
Yeah, if he establishes the level 6 and pops my heavy Leomon on deletion, de-digivolves it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes back. And then it comes back and its effect triggers and it bottom decks it, I'm pretty sure. So it's just like it was already a bad matchup to start. I opened up extremely well after mulliganing, and then it just
snowballs.
It just snowballed,
the agility training in that deck.
I think Mel actually plays a good few like level 4 green cards. Like I think it's like a Togemon or something like that. I saw.
He plays green cards. He plays a lot.
Plays Taiga.
Yeah, but like half your deck is white. At least half your deck is white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many level 5s do you have to play? Yeah.
Sean, I don't know.
And your level 6
it was over. It was over. I do think that there was like one messed up game state where my Mimi wasn't supposed to unsuspend, but to be honest, it didn't matter. Like.
I'm sure it didn't.
It's probably not coming up.
No, yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter either way. So, it was really fun with Heavy Leomon. I feel like I could have won all the games I was in if I would have played maybe a little bit better. So hopefully, I can't play anymore. I can't play faster. I can't. Brandon, you don't understand.
I mean, it was just a joke.
I absolutely
just a prank, bro.
No, hear me out. I know Ben listens to this. I absolutely love Ben with all my heart. I love him, right? He literally played. He literally played a card. I think it was like TK. You'd have to watch the video, Sean, but you'll know what I'm talking about. He played like a tamer or something, and he just sat there, staring at the board. And I'm pretty sure
he wanted to activate the effects.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the 4-cost TK, which is like search your security ads.
It's like mandatory. You have to look at your security.
He plays it, and then literally he just sits there.
He's a very methodical thinker. I think he's still burnt out from nationals, honestly. He literally turned around when we were doing a deck profile and was like, how many rounds did we play tonight?
Yeah. And I just know, at that point, I'm like, he's lost.
I was like, bro, you are so jet lagged from coming back from LA.
He's like,
shout out to Ben though. He got what, like 21st?
He got 21st place at nationals. Let's go. Good job, Ben.
Representing our squad.
Yeah, he was
so funny.
His brain was still definitely fried from nationals.
He plays it, pays the memory, and then he's just like this.
He probably took a micro nap.
Yeah,
his brain just shut off.
Because I know how Ben is. I'm going to give him his time.
Stop working.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Ben his time, like, you know, do his play and everything. Like, when I play against Ben, I don't even touch the memory gauge. I'm like, I'm just going to, he does all that. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, are you okay?
Are you having a seizure?
Yeah. Is he alive right now? Is he breathing? So yeah, that was pretty fun. Sean gave me.
He's trying to load the yellow vaccine ex file in his brain.
It's like yellowvaccine.ex. It's not working.
Sean gave me one goal when he found out I was bringing Leomon to locals. He said the only way he would have respected it was if I beat Sean. And if I beat Ben and won locals, I was getting there. I had to do those 3 goals. I got 1.5 of them.
That's not what I said. That's what you said. I said we had to be there. Me and Ben had to be there, and you win locals.
Be there.
If you don't play us and we don't make it to the point where we can defend you from winning locals, that's our fault. We just have to be there. That's your guys' fault.
Okay.
How does it do against
man?
It doesn't.
Yeah, Sean. How does it? Because with Final Zubukan Punch, it was big enough to swing over that sucker in security.
He's talking about Ruin Mode Turbo, not me playing a couple of Ruin Modes in Yellow Hybrid. That's not the same. Also, that was a mistake to have that in the deck.
It was so nice. It was just like swing, and then you flip the Ruin Mode, you're like, yeah, and then I was like, oh no, he's 16. That'd
have been so good. Also, I just remembered something funny versus Caleb. So he's playing Leviamon, obviously. I don't play anything by effect, so he has to trigger that himself by making me play stuff. So anytime I had the ability to, if I had a Gatsumon, I would immediately promote and swing it at security and hope it died. And I was trying to set myself up because I knew he wasn't going to realize this. And I think I finally managed to do it game 2. I had a Gatsumon in trash, and I was waiting for him to go into the level 5. He evos into level 5, and he's like, all right, you get to play level 4 or lower from your trash. And I'd already read the card and saw that it was in that order. Like, I play something, and then he has a second effect that lets him play something when that happens. So he was like, all right, play something. And I was like, cool, Gatsumon suspended. And he picked up his trash, and I was like, put that down. And he's like, why? And I was like, read this card. I was like, you don't get anything. You lose, sir. You get nothing. Thanks for the free body.
Caleb. Caleb, damn it.
Oh, it was so funny. I was hoping to get that set up just one time that match, because I was like, dude, that's an hilarious interaction that he's not going to see coming.
I mean, we also low-key did troll with the promote extend handshake moment too. Remember, because I had promoted my dude, and Chris was like, "Oh, why don't you just swing?" I was like, "Magna Ace extends." And remember, I was like, "Oh, what? Promote shake hand?" Yeah. So
it was the only thing I could do. I was like, looking at my hand, I was like, I can recover once and pass turn, or I can just Magna Ace and hope that what I recover into will also, because I couldn't put Shadow Seraphi and Magna Ace on the field at the same time, so I just had to Evo into Shadow Seraphi and then just hope that whatever I recovered into was enough to out your body.
Yeah, pray for the best.
Yeah. And we got there.
Damn Crimson Blaze.
Yep.
So perfect.
Twas.
Like, it would have been a lot less feels bad if it would have been like a Gaia Force or a Trident Gaia, because it was exactly 6,000. It was exactly Crimson Blaze.
Yeah.
I was like,
You'd have whined and cried either way.
Look at me.
I enjoyed that moment.
Would have whined and dined.
I felt like I won a lot more than I did last night.
Listen to me, Chris. All right, don't make me finish your story, because I'll do it.
That's so stupid.
Are you guys talking about wrestling?
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
All right, so the set review.
BT15 set review. Yay.
There's honestly nothing that interesting in this now that Apocalymon's been hit, right?
I mean, good green support. The Bunny Typhoon deck coming out soon.
I don't think that's until March.
Yeah. It's like right after the ban list you get the Bunny deck.
I thought it was a lot sooner than that.
It's like March 8th. March
yeah, it's like right after, like, well, we're going to have it pretty soon. Also, BT15 currently is scheduled to last until June, basically, so.
Really?
Yeah, May 24th, I think, is the release date for 16. Buckle up, boys.
And they're talking about having us all combined releases, like, but then we have months like this where we get 2 sets back to back.
I'm really hoping that they push the BT16 release forward, because honestly, I'm not excited about BT15 at all. Like, the Leviamon X is cool, but like nothing else in the set really excites me.
I feel the same exact way for 16, which I know you're excited for 16 because of Valk.
That's right,
but
dude.
I could care less about 16.
Lord Nymon dropping Valk aces. Just baby ruin mode, everybody. All right,
Now
so
that we're finally on 15.
We are apparently getting the limited pack 1 set with BT15. It's kind of unclear how we're getting it on the official website, and we weren't able to figure out exactly how we're getting it, but we apparently are getting it, so we're going to review those cards first. Starting off.
Yeah, they could be campaign rares like last time, or it could just be box toppers. They haven't even told us.
Yeah, it does not tell us.
If you guys know any information, let us know in the comments.
Yes, please comment, because we were really, like, we were surprised we weren't able to find more information on this, considering we're getting the set and we're going to be having the set physically in our hands in 6 days. But all right,
can I just put this note out real quick? None of us know how any of these decks work with the Gamamon or Jellymon.
Oh, they don't. I'm sure.
I can't
I'm sure
say if any of this. I'm gonna say I don't know if any of these are good for the decks or not. So I'm just gonna give my rating based off how what the effect is.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna do too. All right, we ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seriesmon Ace Evo's on top of level 5 with Gamamon. It's text for 4. On play / when Digivolving, you may place 1 Digimon card with Gamamon in its text from your hand at the bottom of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. For each color in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, add 1,000 to the maximum this DP-based deletion effect can delete. All turns once per turn. When a Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. That includes your Digimon.
Oh, okay. That's not terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's fine.
What, 4?
It's good.
Yeah. Currently, all level 6s, it's level 5s are 3 memory, level 6s are 4, and level 7s are 5 memory overflow.
Yeah, until they make more broken cards and increase the overflow. But
yeah, there's potential.
I know
but currently it's standardized.
Yeah.
They play a bunch of different colors, so...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could blow up something. I mean, I feel like... What's their level 6 that they got in the RB1 set? What's the level... It's not Proximamon, right? It's something
Purple
else. Huh?
The purple one?
No, the other one.
No,
the one that's not...
serious?
Is it?
It's serious.
Is it a serious?
Yeah, they're all
so,
serious. Yeah. Like, they just have different arm attachments. Like, one has a gun, one has swords. I think this is the one with the cannons. I can't really tell what his arms are.
Well...
He just uses, like, different equipment or something like that.
I honestly can't tell if they would play this in that deck, just based on how it functions now. I think they already have better choices.
Yeah, I think the RB1 one is just better.
That's what I think, too. So, I mean, this seems okay. I'm going to give it a 2.
I'm going to give it middle of the road. I'm just going to go with a 2.5.
Oh, half points. Okay, here we go. Jellymon. Starting your main phase, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1. When attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1. That's not once per turn.
Okay, great way to fill your hand. We like that. I think for a generic rookie, the fact that start a main is actually very good. You can him and essentially draw twice.
Yeah.
The thing with blue, though, is, like, when does blue never not have, like, a full hand?
They discard cards in this deck.
Yeah.
Oh, they do in Jelly? Okay, then yeah, I guess this is a pretty good card, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is probably a 4 for me because yeah, because
it's probably a 4 up in the deck.
Yeah, they function very similarly to a purple deck with how much they draw and discard.
Yeah, because I think the deck blue purple eventually, or
not to my knowledge, but it definitely seems like it's a purple deck.
Yeah. One of the Tesla jellies, not Tesla, whatever the level 6 is called, might be a dual color. Or maybe I'm just mistaken.
This thingy, I guess, if that's even related.
I don't think it is.
Doesn't
I could be wrong. I don't know enough about these decks.
Alright, Tesla Jellymon. When attacking, by trashing 1 blue card from your hand, this Digimon can't be deleted in battle until the end of the turn. Inheritable when attacking. If you have 7 or fewer, draw 1, not once per turn.
Okay, so
Good
yeah,
deal.
I see
Very
where this
good.
is going. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it seems like a 4 to me.
I mean, essentially giving you jamming, but
4.
also for being attacked yourself is also very good.
How long does that effect last? To
So-
just the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't
okay.
work during your opponent's turn, but
Your
Yeah.
level 6 from RB1, I believe, protects you by bot decking cards, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Gotcha.
Thetismon, on play / when digivolving by trashing 2 blue cards from your hand, unsuspend one of your Digimon and one of your Kyoshiro, not saying the last name, and this Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. So it gives one of your tamers blocker and itself.
okay.
It's interesting. And then
Well,
all
no,
turns
because it says one of this and this Digimon.
yeah, in this Digimon. Oh, I'm sorry, I misread
It
the.
unsuspends the Kyoshiro.
Yeah, I misread the F out of that. Okay, I was like, how
Blocking
weird.
BP
Yeah, okay,
tamer.
so it unsuspends a tamer and then it gains blocker. My bad. Inheritable all turns once per turn. When you trash a card with Jellymon and its text from your hand, you may unsuspend this Digimon.
Ooh, this is a very good level 5. The ability to unsuspend as an inheritable in level 5 for blue is super good.
Broken, I would say.
Yeah, so I'm going to give this a 4 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 4.
Yeah, I'll go with the 4.
Amphimon Ace. On play / when digivolving, you may trash up to 4 blue cards in your hand. For each card trashed by this effect, trash any 1 card from under your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then return one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with no cards under it to its owner's hand. When attacking, by returning 3 cards with Jellymon and their text from your trash to the bottom of your deck, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn.
Hey, yo, am I about to play some Jellymon? This
I
thing
really-
said straight up screw your tamers.
I really wish,
What's your
really
analog there?
wish that this bottom decked the card instead of just putting it back in the opponent's hand.
I think that'd have been too good.
I think that would have been a little filthy.
Yeah, especially if you're blast evoing on your opponent. Oof.
Yeah. It's Jellymon. I mean, is this deck even that good? We can make this card good.
I think Jellymon's a little slept on. It seems like it's one of the.
It's getting there.
It seems like it's.
Yeah, I mean, I like that whole line. I just don't know how good the other cards are.
Yeah. I mean, you have to get some of the RB1 cards, I'm assuming.
I mean, these are
Yeah.
all pretty similar to what I remember the RB1 version doing, which is trashing your opponent's sources and unsuspending itself, and then removing your stuff that doesn't have sources.
Does
Nope.
it just not get played because it's hard to get the cards?
That's possible.
That and it's still not like super
Top
tier
tier.
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like a
This is probably a
combination.
deck. This is probably a deck you bring to locals. You have some fun with it, but I don't think it's going to be like, oh, I played an online regional with this and expected to do top 16.
Yeah, exactly.
I give this a 4. I like it.
Yeah, I love this. I'll give it a 4 as well. Seems very fun.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.
I mean, you're still dying to options and security, but you know.
Leomon, trash main by returning one of your tamers to the bottom of its owner's deck. Play this Digimon for its cost. Reduce the cost to play this Digimon by the cost of the tamer returned by this effect. On
Okay.
play / when digivolving, trash the bottom 3 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then all of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack until the end of your opponent's turn.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. A little trap in your trash.
It's alright. I don't know if I'd
it's super
play it.
niche. Yeah. It's super niche, but like it's kind of like a surprise. Not surprise. I wouldn't say a surprise. It's like a little tricky Sorai you can just kind of pull out.
Yeah, but is it worth your... Okay, so
I mean, you're hard getting rid of one of their tamers.
you're getting
No,
rid
one
of
of
one of your
your
own
tamers.
tamers.
You're getting rid of one of your tamers, and you're still paying a lot of memory for this card.
Oh, okay. See, what threw me off is it said to the owner's deck.
That's it.
So I
Like,
just assumed you could pick
apparently,
either
if you
one.
mind control a tamer, you can then use your opponent's tamer. But we
Okay,
don't
this
currently
card's
have tamer steal effects. But I'm assuming this is just future proofing.
Yeah, okay, this is way worse. than what
Yeah,
I
because
thought.
this bare minimum, like the absolute cheapest this could possibly be currently
7.
is 6.
Oh, 6, yeah, with the 5-cost tamer. But I'm assuming in their deck that their tamer's a 4 cost, right? So
Yeah, I
you're
don't think
effectively
half purple, so you can play it with Mirai, I guess.
You're effectively never reducing this cost if you add in the addition you paid to play
Paid
the
for the
tamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like
it's just
you're just like prepaying for this card basically.
yeah.
If it would have been your opponent's tamer, I would have given it like a 3. But since it's your tamer, I'm gonna go 2.
This would have been insane if you bot
cool.
decked your opponent's tamer.
Right?
That's
yeah.
what I thought. That's what I thought. Like, oh hey, let me get rid of your tamer, bring this card out for cheap, and then bing bang boom.
This is a 2 for me.
Yeah, it's a 2.
I'm not feeling.
Yeah.
Not a vibe.
It seems cute, but like maybe one day you'll get some kind of
I mean, I will say I love how it's a very clear Devimon of Marine Angemon. I like that.
It is. That's cool.
Mhm.
It also is
Very
kind of. I
cute.
think this is supposed to be like Cthulhu.
Yeah, Cathala or something like that. I don't know.
That's
I
cool.
will at least want one of them just because I love that art.
All right. Well, I'll know where to go if I pull one. Publimon. Security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. End of attack. Place a Digimon on top of your security stack.
Okay.
So you swing with this and it recovers itself if it survives the battle.
Okay. I mean, sure.
Is this just like a repeating effect?
I mean, as long as
It's-
it doesn't die to the check.
It's end of the Publimon's attack. So like you swing with Publimon, it survives, it recovers itself, and then its security pops back out.
That's what I'm saying. Like if this thing always
It's
survived the
an
security
infinite
check,
thing. You could combo this with Matamamon to where it gets barrier,
that's
Yep.
what I'm saying.
and you could just
like,
repeatedly, he's just always
Never
gonna be in
dying.
security and play himself back.
for
up.
the absolute trolls. I feel like this card's is really like a 2, but for the absolute trolls, I'm going with 3 because if you were able, this would be the most triggering card for Brandon. If this got pulled out on him and it survived every check and just kept coming back out,
Guaranteed. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you hit my level 3. Oh, you hit
Yeah.
my tamer. Oh, you hit my level 3. Infuriating. I would try so hard to hit that thing out of security and then like bounce it or something. God.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I
I'll go
agree.
with a 3. 'Cause
I
the
agree. Yeah,
trolls.
I would give it a 3.
The
as well.
trolls.
Kind
the
of weird
trolls.
how he's wearing a hoodie.
Don't judge him. You like Gabumon.
Rude.
Angoramon. Starting your main phase, if you have a tamer, gain 1 memory. Inheritable.
Any color.
True. Inheritable, your turn while the Digimon has Angoramon in its text, it gets 2,000 DP.
Okay. Chris, you played the rabbit deck. How does that do?
That's all right. I mean,
You probably play this, right? Because you don't have like a lot of Angoramons that
Yeah,
are decent.
I think you'd have to play this over one of the other promos. I'd have to read them and double check them, but I
like
think it's
how,
all right.
I like how his start of main is purely based on what you can do. It's not based on anything your opponent can do. Like comparing it to like starter deck 16 Gabu, like your opponent has to have something on the board for you to get the memory. With this, it's like you could set it up yourself.
Mm.
If I remember correctly, the whole idea is to attack over your opponent's Digimon to clear off the board that way. So of course you want your DP to be higher, but it's just like look at the tests of the Jellions. Look how much they draw and stuff like this. With this, you're just not drawing a whole lot.
Yep.
Yeah,
Typical green deck. I'm gonna give this a 3.
I'd say 3, middle of the road.
I'm gonna go with a 2.
Okay. I guess I'll
It's a
give it a
3
2
for its
too,
deck.
since you played that deck. I'm gonna go with your call. Airdramon. Your turn when a card with Angoramon in its text would be played, or when your Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon card with Angoramon in its text. By suspending this Digimon, reduce the cost by 2. Your turn when this Digimon becomes suspended, one of your Digimon with Angoramon in its text gains Rush for the turn.
Do you play stuff with effects?
No, why would you even play this? This
Well,
is
you
so
don't-
random.
I don't understand the purpose, but this is just hard playing Angoramon. You just hard playing Angoramon with this on the field, suspend it, make it a 1 cost, and it has Rush.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, I guess you could hard play something big if your opponent gives you a bunch of memory.
Yeah.
I don't personally see the point of this card, but I've never built the deck.
Yeah, maybe something a little later will make sense of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna go with the 2 for right now.
Same.
Yeah, 2 for right now. Room to go up, maybe.
Chamblemon, on play, suspend one tamer. This is mandatory, so if they don't have one, you have to spend one of yours. Until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's tamers can't unsuspend. All turns, this Digimon gets 1,000 DP for each suspended tamer in play.
2. It just requires your opponent to be playing into it. Way too much.
Yeah, also,
This
it's
seems
just an on-play. It's not on-play.
Yeah, it's
slash
not on play
Digivolve.
when Digivolving.
Oh, hold
Yeah,
up. This is... Bruh. This is Bloom Lord support.
Yeah.
This is a vegetation.
I
And
don't think they're gonna play it.
They're not going to play this
it's a
card.
3,000 DP vegetation. They can play it for free and search it.
That's fine. Are you going to replace something in your deck that adds consistency for this card?
Mel will.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
the level 4 slot, I think if you know... No, never mind. Because they have Togemon now.
Yeah,
They have two different
Togemon.
Sunflowers and Togemon. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, you don't play this.
Maybe could replace Red Veggie.
Yeah, but I don't even think you should be playing Red Veggie anymore with that deck.
I mean, I agree, but anyway.
This card's a 1. This card's trash.
It doesn't even have an inheritable, so
That's what this card is trash. What is this for? Get this off my screen.
yeah, I agree. I'm gonna drop it down to a 1 just because it doesn't even have an inheritable.
It's just so what is who cares?
Yeah, I'll give it a 1. Whatever.
What are you gonna play that against Hunters and be like, yeah, my Digimon's like 7,000 now because you have 4 tamers. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not even a continuous effect.
It's not.
It's not for the turn or anything like that. It's just when
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
it's so weird.
I agree. It sucks. Sambara and Goramon. On play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no unsuspended Digimon, one of your Digimon gets blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. And heritable, your turn while this Digimon has in Goramon its text, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP.
Meh.
Yeah, I mean, it seems alright. Like, the random addition of blocker is cool, I guess. So, like, I'm not gonna complain about it.
I mean, it's better than the level 4 we had earlier, the Airdramon.
This guy, yeah, clearly.
Yeah, 100%. I'll give it a 3.
I agree with that. 3 is, I think, pretty middle of the road.
I'll give it a 3 as well. I also think it's interesting that this gives them blocker, but the inheritables that give you DP are only on your turn, so like you're probably going to get ran over.
That sucks.
Whatever. Leomon, on play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no unsuspended Digimon, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. This seems objectively better.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have in Goramon its text. Oh, no, it does. Here we go. Right here.
Yep, it's right there.
All turns once per turn when Digimon within Goramon and its text deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle. Trash a top card of your opponent's security stack.
Ooh, very good level 5 when you have that effect.
Okay. That's a really good...
Oh, this is a level
that's
4. I thought this was a 5.
Yeah, the jailbait is a level 4.
Yeah.
Pause.
This seems pretty good.
Yeah, I like the level 5.
Level 5's really good, because the whole point of the Dire Britmon is to attack your opponent's Digimon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I would give
So
this
I would
a
give
4.
this a 4.
Yeah, 4.
Stun cards and trash security, very good.
Diarbitmon, on play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no unsuspended Digimon, gain 2 memory. When attacking, you may play one Digimon card within Goramon in its text from your hand without paying the cost. Return the Digimon played by this effect to your hand at the end of your opponent's turn.
Okay, well at least now we know you can play a card for free.
You can play level 5s for free with this guy. You can play level 6s for free with this guy.
Yeah, so at least now the Airdramon giving Rush makes a little more sense.
Bro, what? This guy's like a power creep Lord Nightmon. This isn't even once per turn if you can unsuspend him.
Yeah, so like what you could do is you could swing with it, play another copy of himself.
Yeah.
And then give yourself a -4 memory when it gets bounced.
You know, you make a good point, but you could play the RB1 Diarbitmon that people actually play.
Yeah, I was
have an on play.
It doesn't matter. You play it if you have Airdramon on the field. You can give it Rush and then just like wombo combo your opponent.
Yeah, so at least okay, the Airdramon now knowing this a little better, I'll move it up to a 3.
Yeah, but think about all the pieces you have to have
a lot of
established.
setup.
I mean, it
You
is.
gotta have the
This card right here is kind of insane to me, unless I'm misreading this.
It is a really good card, but like you have to play the other Digimon at 4.
I do really appreciate how we have another ace card that could potentially pass turn because of its when digivolving effect to gain 2 memory. You could potentially end your opponent's turn, like a little mini Hammer Spark Ice Wall out of security.
Yeah, you could still turn with it.
So, because I think Metal Guy Ace is the only one who can do that right now. Who just steals memory.
Off the top of my head, but I'm not. I might be forgetting one. This seems like a 5 to me.
5.
I'll go 4 just because you have to have a lot of setup with the Air Dramon to like really get that last effect to pop off.
I just think it's insane that this has no limitation on it. Like, if we ever get a level 7 that has Gormon its text, you can play it for free off this guy.
Oh my god. Does the level 5 have... Is it also on play when digivolving?
Yeah. All of them are. I mean, all the ones that have effects that are static.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can just play this, give this guy...
Blocker.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully it's a when attacking effect and it's not when digivolving.
Yeah.
But that's still... I think that effect is just insane to me.
Because you're basically evoing into the Dire Bitmon for 1. I mean, assuming there's no unsuspended Digimon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can even gain the memory if they have nothing on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Seems good. All right. Espimon, best card apparently. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with blocker or 1 tamer card among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Inheritable. Opponent's turn 1 per turn. When attack target is switched, draw 1.
Oh.
So like blocker.deck support?
Machinedramon.deck support.
Yeah, I like that. Give me more draw for black. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, his on-play effect is, I think, kind of mid, but...
Yeah, whatever. That's when we're playing.
You can add Analog Man off of it, so...
Yeah, bot deck all your cyber... Or all your Chaos Mons and Machinedramons, but...
Yeah, I'm never on playing that, but for sure I would Digivolve on top of it.
Yeah, the Inheritable seems pretty good. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah.
I like how it says when an attack is redirected, because that does work with Analog.
Mm-hmm. It works with Raid, Analog, anything like that.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Ryudamon, when attacking, if you have a tamer, the Digimon may digivolve into a Genryumon from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable, while this Digimon has the X antibody trait, it gets 1,000 DP on your turn.
I mean, what X antibody deck is playing this?
Yeah, this is the only X antibody.
Standalone?
This is just random. I don't think this is any good. This seems like a 1 to me.
Yeah, I agree. Like,
yeah, it seems really random.
I think actually in the set, I think we're getting Genryumon.
There is.
So, like, maybe his deck, because I think we're getting a tamer for that line as well. Kind of like the Mind Link deck for Luga and D-Brigade.
Great.
So, that could be their other rookie they play. Just for that, I'm going to give it a potential 3, but sitting at 2 right now.
I'm giving it a 2 because I do think it works with that deck.
I'm going to give it a 1. Gamamon. All turns.
Angry boy.
Once per turn. When one of your other Digimon is deleted by an effect, this Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Gamamon in its text from your trash without paying the cost. Inheritable, on deletion, you may play 1 hero from your hand without paying the cost.
Oh, okay, at least it has a very good on deletion to let you play your tamer out for free.
This seems really good.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
It's purple.
It's purple.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Good catch. Almost missed it.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting to the purple cards, Chris. Shield your eyes.
I think this is
good.
This is probably gonna be a 4 for this deck if I were to guess.
Yeah, it's a free. It plays a tamer for free.
It also evos into a level 4 for free.
Yeah, let me set up a retail blocker stack, and if you actually get rid of it, I get to play a tamer for free. Feels good.
Yeah. That'll probably
give it
be
3.
a 4 of if I were to guess in that deck. Regulusmon Ace. On play / when digivolving, trash 1 card in your hand. Then you may place 1 card with Gimon and its text from your trash as Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. All turns, once per turn. When an effect places a Digivolution card on its Digimon by deleting 1 level 4 or lower Digimon, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot of words.
I feel
Also-
like that. I
Oh,
feel
sorry, I
like
was
the
gonna-
card would be absolutely nutty in its own deck.
Yeah. I was also going to point out that with the Gamamon, you have to remember that the entire line gives itself the effect of the cards in its line.
Mm-hmm.
So its all turns effect will also be in its own stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wanted to
I'm gonna
point
give
that
it
out.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, I think this card's actually really good. I think this is a 4.
I'll give it a 3.
Gyuki?
Yeah, Gyukimon. On play, delete 1 level 4 or lower Digimon. If you did, you may play 1 Gyukimon token without paying the cost. Digimon, 7 play cost, level 5 purple, ultimate virus, dark animal, 3000 DP.
Okay.
It's the newest token generator. I don't understand the point of this card, but that's interesting.
I mean, you
That's
can all play them and now have 2 bodies.
Yo.
That's 1. That's a 1. It's
Yeah,
only on play.
it's
It's only on play.
Yeah.
Give that a 1.
But hear me out. Dark animal trait. Boom.
It is still
So
a
much
1.
better. It's still a 1.
It being mandatory also sucks. Like, obviously, purple probably likes deleting its own stuff, but if your opponent doesn't have anything, you have to delete your own stuff.
Yeah. Plus the card's just ugly.
Yeah. Also, it not also being a when digivolving effect. This just seems bad. Like,
Yeah.
just a 1.
We expect better from purple now. Come on.
Yeah, for real, dude. What is this? Bokomon. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Gamamon and its text among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck. All turns, when your Digimon with Gamamon and its text other than Bokomon would leave the battle area, other than by one of your effects, you may delete this Digimon to prevent it from leaving play.
Okay, so they finally gave the deck protection.
They did.
But it's based on it having another body on the board?
I mean, this seems good to
So
me.
good.
I'm going to give this a 4.
I mean, the fact you now have to worry about removing the Boko before then you go about removing their stack, that's pretty good. I agree with 4.
Yeah, 4. I really wish this wasn't just for Gamamon. That is so upsetting.
Yeah, imagine it was like it supported the entire Ghost Game archetype, like Dorbit and Jelly.
I think it'd
They
probably be
clearly
kind of
have
scary if it did.
They clearly have a
Exactly.
favorite, which is Gamamon. As a fellow Agumon player, I can understand the favoritism.
I was
but-
about to say.
For the little dinosaur.
All right, so moving on to this card that I know is going to be a 5. Quantumon. When digivolving. Huh?
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 What?
What?
When digivolving, by placing 1 Digimon at the top of its owner security stack, reveal all cards in your opponent's security stack and place 1 card among them at the top of their deck, then shuffle the rest and return it to the security stack. Start of opponent's turn, declare 1 card category, then reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If the card is the declared category, this Digimon can't be affected by effects of cards of that category for the turn. Return the revealed card to the top or bottom of your opponent's deck.
Yo, what the heck? What in the...
What is
What
this
in the-
played in? What is this played in?
So
Dude, bro, this is 100% anti-security control.
you're going to absolutely hate this because this could fit into Bloom. It is a fairy and it is green.
Hey, but you're not playing. You're not playing this.
Well, hear me
in
out.
Bloom.
Chris, you bring this out and you can just declare Digimon. Oh, I'm unaffected by Digimon effects. Oh, you don't play any options that remove? Sorry, bro. This is sitting on your turn for another field. Next turn, Digimon effects. Next turn, Digimon effects. You just keep going. I mean, as long as you get lucky and reveal the
after the first time it comes out, you'd have to get lucky.
Gamba.
But yeah. You can play this in any yellow deck for the most part.
Right.
It fits into Bloom,
green.
obviously. But I think this card's a 5. This card's insane.
I agree. This is a 5. I agree. This is a 5. But all I'm saying is like, I mean, yeah, you can. It's got some protection and stuff like that. You're obviously gonna see their whole security and stuff like that. But like,
I think
I mean,
this is
Omni
better.
kills people because of that.
I think this is a better side mega than Hydrussy. In my
This
opinion.
is-
Oh yeah.
okay, you know what this would be perfect in, absolutely perfect in, a side deck.
Yeah.
One day, I'm telling you, dude.
One day.
After we get Worlds, I'm banking on them being like, all right, side decks are legal.
I mean, heck, you could even play this in Lord Knight as just like a secondary mega, just to troll people, just to say, hey, you have to deal with Lord Knight, the Nightmon that came out from him. Yeah, now he's this guy.
I've considered it.
Yeah, get rolled.
The wind digivolving effect also is just removal for pretty much anything in the game.
Yeah.
That was its like best effect, I thought.
Well, that combined with the fact that you get to look at your opponent's security stacks, so you have perfect information, and you get to, if there's a bomb in there, you get to remove it, put it on top of your opponent's deck, declare it, and say, hey, I'm not affected by options, and then put it at the bottom of their decks. They don't even draw it for turn.
Yep.
No more draw for you. Oh, man.
Yeah, this card's a 5 for me, like hard 5.
Well, actually, don't you still draw for turn? Because it's
It's beginning of the turn before anything happens. You don't draw at the beginning of your turn.
Well, I'm saying because you declare the card, you reveal top card, then that top card gets bought or topped.
Mm-hmm.
So you still draw after that.
Yeah, they're not drawing that card for turn, though, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they're not...
Yeah, they won't be drawing. They won't be drawing what you put there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Unless you keep it on top.
Unless you want to, yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
it's
it's only immune by that effect for the turn. So like, if you just bot deck, you don't have to worry about them drawing into it or holding it in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this
it's a
card's
5.
insane.
That's a really good card.
All right.
Good thing it is not vaccine.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate part.
Thank God.
But yeah, the card's just insane all around.
Yeah, just imagine your opponent activating Messenger and going into that for 1.
That'd
Jesus.
be gross. All right, moving on to the actual BT15 set.
15?
Yeah, 15. Yokomon, on deletion, return 1 Digimon card with Avion, Bird, Beast, Animal, or Sovereign other than Sea Animal in one of its traits from your trash to the hand.
Ew.
1.
Yeah, whatever.
1.
It's deadbird.deck. Yeah, 1, whatever.
I get the whole thing because it's like a phoenix, rising from the ashes. No, whatever.
Dumb.
Yeah,
Give
maybe
the Phoenix fortitude.
maybe one day they'll... I mean, honestly, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be
for
cool.
real.
That'd make a little too much sense, Brandon.
My bad.
Yeah, that deck needs way
I'll
more
stop
support.
cooking.
Yeah. Sunamon, your turn once per turn. When Digimon's effect adds a card to your hand, the Digimon gets plus 1000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn.
1.
Power Grip BT5 Gabu. Or BT5 Suna.
Is it even power crept? I mean, I guess it lasts until the end of your opponent's turn.
Yeah, because Suna is only during your turn.
Yeah.
So, and you're always adding cards to your hand through your Digimon effects with this deck now. So.
You don't say, Brandon. You draw
It's always
cards in
gonna
the Garu tribal deck.
Yeah, so it's always going to be active.
I'm not sure. I believe you.
It's still only like a 3. The fact that you have to play this card.
A
once Buku goes
3?
1. Yeah, so you have to play this card
He's
once
doing it 'cause it's
Buka
Suna
goes to 1. So
There's
If
no
Buka-
way you're
if
giving this a
Buka-
3.
if Buka never got hit, this thing would be a 2.
I think it's a
But
2
because
anyway.
Buka-
This is
Buka's
a
getting hit,
1.
it's going to a 3.
This card's
Next.
a 1. It's only 1000 DP.
Yeah, it makes a difference in that deck. I would know.
Yeah, okay, when you get hit by a security bomb, it sure made a difference, huh, Brandon? I'll
Yeah.
be sure to hear that.
I don't have permanent jamming anymore.
I'm
This
telling you,
card is
Brandon.
not good.
I'm telling you, dude. Just run 1 Tama. Just run the 1 Bukamon and be like,
Okay.
if this stack dies, I lose the game anyway, so I might as well just play 1.
No, this card.
Telling
We
you,
will
just
play
think.
test it. We'll do
No,
it.
Just think.
no,
Just try it
this
out.
card's not.
How often do you
this
win with
card-
your second stack against decks that aren't security control?
Yeah, it's fair.
You're coping so hard. This is not a 3. Just because you have to play it doesn't make it a 3.
I'm
That
just saying
is
it's still
that is
good
true.
for
That's
its
that's
deck.
very very good logic.
This card is a 1. We have literally given cards that have worse effects 1s.
Yeah, Chris
This
is
card-
talking me into it. I was gonna give it a 2, but yeah, it's a 1.
It's only
Come on,
1,000
come on,
DP.
skaters.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? We just went over all those promos and we gave some cards 1 that I'd rather play over this. You're telling
Yeah,
me you don't
because
have a blood or
You're not
blue
playing
Tama?
the deck. As somebody who plays the Garu deck, this is an important card to have. I'm sorry,
Okay.
we don't have.
It's
We're not blessed by Bandai to have Koromons that draw cards.
I get that.
Yeah, the rest of
Brandon,
your
but
deck
you're-
draws cards. Crimea River.
But just
Exactly.
because
I
you
need
have
my
to
DP.
play that, just because you have to play it doesn't mean like this is better.
Yeah, but with the blue
I
base,
agree
you're
with
gonna be
Chris's
playing cards
logic. I agree.
This
with
is
Chris.
a 1.
Yeah,
it's just 1,000
this is a
DP.
1.
That's it.
Moving on.
And you have to meet a requirement to get it. It's not just like, hey, here's
you're
1,000
literally
DP.
It's not just
literally
all
said-
turns if you have Garu or Omni name plus 1,000 DP.
Yeah, that's exactly. Just give it that. Why do you have to meet this
Yeah.
requirement?
Because you're always going to be drawing no matter what. We've
Remember-
been through this.
Brandon, remember what set we're in? BT15, and you're giving this card a 3?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. This is like straight up like
Yeah.
a BT5 effect. Like that's so long ago. This card's trash.
Yeah.
Alright, I do love the art though. It's adorable. I'll give it that.
Yeah, this bug eyes, stupid. Leomon, when attacking, once per turn by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, gain 1 memory.
Oh god, because I mean, you're never going to play this. I don't think.
I think
Maybe
this,
in Kintaros.
I think this is at least a 3.
Oh, but we're going to give this a 3.
Yeah, this is memory gain. That's way different than 1,000 DP.
Yeah, every time you guys say 3 now, I'm going to say that. So
Okay, then I'll have a good point every time you say it.
I think this will. I do agree. I think this is a 3 because with yellow, there's so much security manipulation. You know, you can know what you're trashing and what you're getting rid of. I agree with Brandon. I think this is gonna be played in Kintaros.
This and also this works with the yellow line we're getting in this set as well.
Right.
agreed. I just think like if you're going to play this in Kintaros, I'd rather have the jamming.
I agreed. Yeah, I think that Tama is much better than this one.
I would too. I don't know if I would play this in Kintaros. I
Right.
think Caleb might. But I think this
New
works.
card. Clearly, it's better.
This, I mean, yeah, that's how it works, right? Yeah, because like this card exists.
I mean, there are cards in Kintaro that you want to get trashed out of your security.
There are, and I was gonna say this set I think
But
has
it's
more
so-
of those cards, so I think it's gonna work better
Right.
with like the rest of the set. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, it's middle of the road.
I like the memory gain. The just whenever you want
Yeah.
gaining a memory is pretty strong to me.
Here we go. This is what I was looking for too. Let's go right here. This
Motimon.
Motimon.
End of your turn, if this Digimon has the Insectoid trait, it may attack your opponent's Digimon.
I'm
This
giving
is
this a
like
4.
This is like
four
a
or
4.
5. This is like a 4 or 5.
Oh, because I guess it
broken.
effectively gives you like a pseudo blitz,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm sure that deck needs because everything's expensive for no reason.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you Digivolve into your level 60, I'm just swinging into your stuff.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah,
It's pseudo raid it's a pseudo raid in a level 2.
Here's
Well,
the thing. This is on a Tama.
it's not. It does not let you attack unsuspended Digimon.
Yeah. Fair.
They have to be
So they still have
suspended.
to be suspended, but you're probably suspending their stuff anyway.
Yeah, you're.
There's a
the
probably a
green
good
stuff-
chance, yeah.
The stuff in this deck, I do believe, suspends their Digimon. So like, this is killing something.
Yeah, so I would say this is probably a 4. I would agree.
Yeah, this is a 4.
Yeah, this deck desperately needed something like this.
Yeah, just
Agreed.
slightly better than that Sunamon.
Kyokyomon. Opponent's turn once per turn when a Digimon becomes suspended. I'm sorry. When a Digimon becomes unsuspended, draw 1. This is a 1.
This is a 1. If it would have said all turns, this is a 4.
If this would have
But
just
the fact
said,
it's
hey,
opponent's turn,
this card is so like They're so scared to give black good Tamas, dude. I do not understand.
I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as a 1. If you have, I mean, most.
If
of
you
this
go
deck, I
higher than a
believe,
2,
has
you're
reboot.
crazy.
It's a reboot, right? You just have reboot and then you draw 1.
There's literally a Doraemon that we got in BT13 that is a not once per turn. If you have 4 sources, draw a card when attacking.
Yep.
That's true.
Like, why would you? Like, if you want to draw cards, there's cards to draw that are better than that. Like, I don't understand why you'd play this.
Imagine getting stun locked by this card because you have reboot in your stack and your opponent has Mirage Galgamon on the board.
It's opponent's turn.
That's what I'm saying.
You would just give them more. You have this. They have Mirage. You would just give them more memory at the beginning of their turn.
That's what I'm saying.
It wouldn't pass your turn though, because it's only opponent's turn.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
Yeah, I'm sticking to 1.
Yeah. Demi Merriman. This is better than this.
I agree, 1,000%. That's why I gave it a 2.
I think there's a tier in each number, and this one is just slightly above that tier, but they're still both 1s. Demi Merriman. On deletion, by trashing 1 level 5 or higher Digimon card in your hand, draw 2. This is
to draw 2.
I think this is at least a 4. I think this is going to be a 4, a very strong 4, because you need to be able to get your Demon Lords in the trash. Specifically your Leviamon. Well, specifically your Leviamons for the Leviamon tribal deck, and this is a really good way of getting them in there.
Not to mention, on top of that, like, you could have this as your Tama for Apocalypse. I think this might have been the Tama for Apocalypse.
That would make sense.
Before it got, shot in the foot.
Yeah.
It's a 4.
Yeah, I think this is
it's a 4.
Yeah.
So draw 2 Tama, that's actually nuts.
Stupid. Brandon, just know, you gave that card 1 point more than that Sunamon.
Yeah, deserved.
Okay.
Anyways.
You will not sway me.
I'm not trying to, I'm just letting you know.
Biomon. Starting your main phase by trashing 1 Digimon card with Avian, Bird, Beast, Animal, or Sovereign other than Sea Animal and one of its traits in your hand. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 red card among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inheritable. Your turn once per turn. When a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, gain 1 memory.
Okay, hold on.
I'm a huge fan of how you're only adding 1. So you're trashing 1 to add 1.
Yeah. Okay, see, if this was, I'm going to say it, if this was purple, you'd be adding 2 cards.
Yeah, like Gabu X.
What is this?
It
like
does.
Gabu X is hit to 1 because it does that.
It does literally add any red card, though. Like Option, Tamer, Digimon.
I guess that's fair.
But Sean, you're literally getting rid of a card in your hand just to replace it.
Yeah, but you probably don't. The assumption is you don't need that card. Also, it's optional.
Yeah,
this deck is bad. Why don't you just?
I'm not saying the deck doesn't suck. I think Phoenixmon sucks.
No, I agree.
I'm just saying, I think this effect
isn't this just a search?
I don't know, man. I'm not in the boardroom with Bandai making these cards.
Somebody doesn't like Biomon.
Asking me questions like I know the answers. I'm just saying that this card can search probably literally anything in the deck.
Yeah, the fact it can search anything, and it also gains memories inheritable, I'll give it as a 3.
I will also give it a 3.
Happened? I'm going to give it a 3, but do you know what happened?
What?
The guy who was printing up these cards said, I'm not typing out all those words again. The traits. I'm not
just add a red card. They're probably like, we literally can't fit the text on the card. Just let them add a red card.
I'm not doing it. Just a red card.
Yeah, the text would literally be up here. Like, it would be. It would start where sample is.
In a red deck.
Yeah.
Like, you're using this in a red deck, no other color.
Oh yeah, of course. All right, a Muchomon. That is a very Spanish bird. Your turn once per turn. When your red Digimon attacks a player, draw 1. It also sees itself, which is cool, so you can just attack and draw a card.
I like that. I'd say it's a 3.
This will be a good card for pre-release as well.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. It also is an avian, so I guess you could play it in the Birdmon deck if you want. I don't know.
You should play all Biomons,
I'll give it a 3.
I'm giving this next card a 4 without even reading it, just because that art goes hard.
Yeah, it's a shame it's a common. It won't be a hollow. Marimon, main, once per turn. By paying 2 memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon.
Oh, I regret my rating immediately.
I mean,
Okay, it's 4 because it looks cool. It's 2 because of what it actually does.
I'm gonna give this a 2 all around. Art doesn't.
Yeah.
Art's not gonna sway me on a common.
Oh, I think it's so sick.
I mean,
It's a
he does look cool, but his effect is super mid.
I mean, if that card was foil and textured, you would be.
If his DP were higher, like
Oh
naturally,
yeah, like 5K. We're eating.
yeah, like why is this guy 4,000 DP? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Do you want
2 memory too, just to delete basically like another rookie or level 4? That's
Yeah.
That's pre-release if you're desperate.
I mean, I'm gonna put this in my pre-release deck if I pull it, which I probably will. It's a common.
Yeah.
Because I mean, removal is removal in pre-release, but it's still not super strong. Akatoriumon. Your turn once per turn when your Digimon attacks a player, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less.
Oh, more removal. Cool.
Yep. 2.
2.
2. What do you play this on?
Pre-release, and that's
Pre-release.
it. You put it in your pre-release deck, and then it goes in bulk until never.
Forget it exists.
Yeah. The end of time. Tyrannomon. Evo's on top of level 3 with SOC trait for 2. Has blocker. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card and 1 Tamer card, both with the SOC trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. If you added, trash 1 card in your hand. It has SOC in its traits.
So you can play this in Luga.
Obviously, yeah.
Very nice.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They they finally print a good Tyrannomon card that can add 2 cards off its search.
And it's a Luga
they're like,
card.
Luga support.
it's a Luga support.
I think this is a
I love
4.
how you can. Yeah, easy 4. I love how you can now give Luga access to ADP with all this red multicolor stuff.
ADP, this is the first I'm hearing of you being able to play this in Luga 1, Brandon. It's the first time you've mentioned that.
Plan. Yeah, delicate plan. Yeah, it's great.
It's the first time I've heard you ever say that when in referencing these cards.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, this card's stupid. Please stop supporting Luga.
Well, just wait. It's like 3 sets in a row we do the support.
Why couldn't this just be a red-green card like all the other Tyrannomon cards?
It's so odd that they decided to print. Like, this is probably the best Tyrannomon card they printed, and it's not even a Tyrannomon
It's not
card.
even their card.
Yeah, it's not a Rusty card at all. Whatever.
Feels bad.
Yeah, good thing I'm not a Rusty stan. Shoutmon Cross 2. Material save 2. Start of your turn by deleting this Digimon, gain a memory. On play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. If Digicrossing with 2 cards, the Digimon can't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Rule, name, also treated as Shoutmon and Ballistamon. Digicrosses -1, Shoutmon and Ballistamon.
So you're hard playing him for 3 if you on play him.
Yeah.
This card's alright. I kind of like it just because I was okay on it. Like it was like sitting at like around a 2 for me until you read that its name is considered Shoutmon and Ballistamon, which is really cool for Cross that they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can use this cross with other cards.
Yeah,
You
you
use it to
can
cross with
use.
itself.
Yeah, you use
it
this
a
as
filler
like
piece.
right, and it's the fact that it can count as one or the other. So that's really cool. I'm gonna give this like a 3.
Yeah, 3 seems reasonable.
I'll also give it a 3. It's interesting. This is like the first cross art, like actual cross art support I've seen since BT10.
Yeah, no, hot
This
minute.
is very, very random.
Yeah.
Bird.
Birdramon. When Digivolving, return 1 red Digimon card with Avian, Bird, Beast, Animal, or Sovereign other than Sea Animal in one of its traits from your trash to the hand. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When a card is moved from your opponent's security stack, gain 1 memory. So
Yeah, so this is how you get that card you trashed back.
so far the
You trash
level.
it with the Leomon, and then you add it back.
Yeah, there you go, Chris. You're not even losing resources.
Just so you can search
dumb.
any red card.
So the level 2
So
and level
dumb.
4 both gain memory as an inheritable when you
That's cool. That's like the best part of these cards.
I agree. Yeah.
So far.
I
Yeah,
agree.
definitely.
I'm going to give this a 3.
Yeah, I was going to say 3
3.
as well.
Garudamon.
This entire
Ace.
line is gonna be mid.
I agree. It's the deck. The deck itself. They don't want to make it too good for some reason. On play / when Digivolving, you may play 1 red Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying the cost. All turns. Once per turn, when your tamer card is played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker.
Okay.
Oh my god! So stupid! You had me in the first half.
It was so close. It was so close to being really good.
Okay. How does this fit in with the rest of that deck?
You have to play tamers in that deck in order to do your stuff.
I get that, but like, okay, the Biomon trash
effect is almost never coming up.
the Biomon trash a card. You can search, add any red card. The Bergemon, okay, you can add that card back, and then you're like Garudamon. Where does this fit in?
Play Tamer for free. Just don't worry about that other effect.
I mean,
it comes out if it comes up.
Yeah, if you're playing a deck that happens to play blockers, you can just nuke one of their dudes for 4 memory while playing a tamer for free.
Hey, all I'm saying is that was very good back in 1.0.
Yeah. I think this card's a 3. The fact that you can just you can just play, basically you get to play the tamer for free even if you hard play this guy.
Right.
I mean, obviously you can play the tamer for free, but like you're getting like double memory value out of 4 memory.
And then on top of that, if they do have a blocker on the board, that's just free extra stuff.
Like against the right, like this is a side deck card.
I was thinking so hard as you're reading out, like, you know, eyes closed, I'm listening, and you're saying all the words. I'm like, oh my god, this is a 4. This sounds so good. And you said a blocker, and I said, okay, it's a 3.
Oh. It's deflated.
Yeah, it was it was getting real close.
Yep.
And then it ended up being a 3, but it could be very, very good for certain matchups.
Yeah.
Skull Marimon, main once per turn. By paying 2 memory, this Digimon gains security attack +1 for the turn. Then this Digimon may attack.
That's probably going to be good in pre-release, but that's about it.
I would agree. It's like
just to get a cheeky extra 2 attacks in.
A pseudo blitz effect.
Yeah. Evo's for 2. Well, that's a cheap
Evo.
Evo. So.
It does Evo for 2. I missed that at first. Yeah, this is definitely a really good pre-release card.
I'd say 4 for pre-release, 2 for just being a regular card.
I'm gonna give it a 1 for being a regular card because it's never gonna go in anything ever. But yeah, 4 or 5 for pre-release.
I'm gonna go with good aggression.
I'm gonna go with a 2.
Okay.
This would be like the ultimate card. You just like you're at 0 security and you're like, oh, I'm gonna play this, and then I just win now. It'd be so dumb.
It's basically like you have a level 4.
Yeah.
You could just swing with the level 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well.
You guys are silly.
Silly gooses.
Brachiomon. On play / when digivolving, if your opponent has 4 or less memory, one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or more can't attack until the end of your opponent's turn. If your opponent has 4 or more memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Inheritable on deletion. Return one of your opponent's Digimon with 7,000 DP or less to the hand.
That's a really interesting red-blue card.
That is such a weird card. What is this in?
What is this?
It's like if Agumon took some bad steroids.
He does have Agumon's color scheme. That is weird.
It's like giving this face with a weird horn.
I'm giving this a 2 because I just don't see the picture.
I'm also gonna give it a 2. And pre-release is actually gonna be pretty good because it's removal. Yeah. But anything else, I don't see.
Evo.
I don't see someone putting this in their deck unironically. That I don't know. I'm not gonna finish what I was gonna say because it was gonna be mean, but.
Maybe one of these days.
I don't think this card's good.
Maybe one of these days when we get the the Omni Turbo DNA deck. But even then, this card is Garbo.
Yeah. I can't imagine you play this in an Omni Turbo deck.
I was just saying because it was 2 colors.
Lots of cards are 2 colors, Brandon.
Yeah, nowadays.
Phoenixmon. On play / on deletion. If your opponent has 3 or fewer security cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. If your opponent has 4 or more security cards, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. When digivolving, you may play 1 red Digimon card with 5,000 DP or less, or 1 red Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost.
Okay. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think the original line did something similar, but you were able to increase the amount you were able to hard play through, I think it was like the tamer or something like that.
I think one of the tamers let you trigger your own deletions without actually being deleted.
Yeah, that's what the tamer from BT11 did.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a 3. This is cool, I guess.
I will also give Phoenix Mid Mon a 3.
Oh.
Couldn't have made it 12,000 DP. That'd been cool.
I would have had to Evo for 4, man. You know the rules.
You know the rules.
Speaking of Evoing for 4 and being 12,000 DP, Cannondramon, end of your turn, once per turn, if your opponent has 4 or more memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. End of opponent's turn, once per turn, if you have 4 or less memory, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest play cost. This is going to be a 5 in pre-release. This card's kind of insane in pre-release.
You pull this in pre-release and you're going to be like, this is my boss. Get over it.
Also, what's going on in this artwork here, Bandai? What is this supposed to be?
That's on his chest.
That's that.
He's a quadra. He's a quadrupedal. That's on his chest.
That's a penis.
It's not a penis. It's a cannon.
That is a chode if I've ever seen one, bro. They knew it. The artist knew what they were doing. Come on, man. Who is this? Gosen? Come on, you knew what you were doing. This is.
He didn't design the Digimon. He just had to draw the card.
Exactly, and he drew it in this. Like, if it were clear that he had rear legs in the artwork,
see them right there.
Yeah, but they're not super clear. He could have made it more clear.
Even if you could see them, that is right there where his...
You're finding chodes where you want to find chodes.
No, dude, it's being presented in my face against my will. I didn't look for this. This is like a 1 or a 2
Not even pre-release, though.
Yeah, pre-release is like a 5. This card's kind of insane in pre-release. A 1 or a 2 otherwise. Because what are you playing in this in?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Crabmon.
That was some of the most mid-red cards we've ever seen in a set. This was clearly not a red forward set.
BT14 was also full of pretty mid-red cards, if I remember correctly. On play, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, draw 1.
I think this is supposed to be Aegistramon support.
Yeah.
It's a crustacean.
Yeah, this set is kind of heavy in the Aegistramon line, or like the Plesio stuff.
1.
It's kind of mid.
Yeah, it's like a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
No inheritable really sucks.
Yeah. Gabumon, Evo's
0.
Kapasuna for 0. Start of your main phase, one of your Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. Then if you have a tamer with Matt Ashita in its name, draw 1. Inheritable when attacking once per turn, draw 1. That seems really fair.
So I really don't like the first line to give blocker. Because I feel like that's almost never going to come up. If it comes up, it's like cool.
So you hate the fact that you're just getting an extra effect for no reason?
Yeah.
I hate it when they give my stuff extra keywords for no reason too, man. Like, why? I don't need this stuff.
I'm just saying, like, it's never gonna it's not gonna persist. Like, you're only getting it for that one turn. Honestly, the best part is being able to draw when you have Matt on the board, and then of course the inheritable is just a once per turn draw.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, if it was purple though, you know that draw wouldn't be once per turn.
Probably.
You're the only person that I know of that could complain about a level 3 giving anything a blocker.
I mean, in a deck that's aimed. Okay.
Let's literally take Black's entire deck.
Dude, it's not their thing anymore.
I know it's not. It's not because
it's been their thing since like BT4.
It doesn't have a thing. That's the only thing I can think of that it was its thing.
Their thing is we support Machine Dramon by accident sometimes on purpose.
Do you know how much work you got to go through to get Machine Dramon blocker, and you go, here's a level 3, give that blocker.
Yeah, and that level 3 has to stay on the board for him to keep blocker.
This is a 4. This is stupid.
Yeah, it's a 4. Hold on, it just says start of your main phase, right? When you Digimon game blocker.
You just promote.
Yeah, you just promote.
If it stays on the board, you can keep giving it blocker.
Yeah.
This would be even more... Okay, so maybe I'm being a little harsh.
I don't want to hear how it could be better, Brandon.
Because we're losing our best battle protection in the next set. If we would have had Gabu X and Garu X at 4 with this card, you would literally almost never die to battle.
I just thought of this. We need to bump up that Sunamon to a 5 because now these
2K.
It makes them bigger. It makes their blockers bigger by 1,000 DP.
Dude. See, you're putting the pieces together.
Okay, is this the first level 3X antibody that's had an inheritable?
No. Agumon X from BT11. I cannot believe
Gabumon
you.
X.
Oh, they do have inheritables. Okay, that's right.
They're both like protection effects.
Gomamon X Antibody. Evil's on top of Gomamon for 0. On play / when Digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Sea Beast, Plesiosaur, Beastkin, or X Antibody trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. When attacking, once per turn until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as this Digimon can't attack.
Ooh, I love that.
This card's a 5 out of 5.
I mean, I'm not going that far. It's like a 4.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Think about all the Gomamon. All the Gomamon just strip sources for free. And this card's literal inheritable is just like, okay, stun, you can't attack. And not only that, it's also a searcher. If this was like an older card, it just wouldn't even have the searching part. It just wouldn't even have that text, that top text. It would just have the inheritable.
It's like the top effect is like it came straight out of BT9, and then the bottom effect is like, this is BT15 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 4. I think 5 is a little too strong, but it definitely seems like a good card, especially with the Gomamons that we do have.
Yeah, it's very good for this deck. Love that.
Yeah. Betamon. On play.
It's an air balloon.
If played by an effect, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable. Jamming.
Oh.
This is a 4. This is a rookie with the inheritable jamming. No stipulations, no nothing.
I love this so much, but man, I just don't know how do you play this deck now?
Don't ask me. I ain't building that.
I mean, yeah, but the Gomamon, you want to play the Gomamon that on play, or draw like 2. When it's played, you draw 2 because it's like you're seeing cards, but like this is so good
for stun. Yeah.
I'm not sure. It'd be hard to fit this in, but this is definitely a good effect for pre-release.
For real.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, just having innate jamming as well. Like you could fit this into like a Mirage deck once they lose their Pokemon.
I give this a 4.
I think I could put this in Garu Tribal, Brandon.
Yeah, I could. Just give jamming.
Yeah.
It would make that Sunamon a little redundant. Wouldn't need it anymore.
Believe this is Leomon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I thought it was just Colemon. I don't know.
No, it's supposed to be like a coelacanth, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On play, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, gain 1 memory.
Also very good for Aegistramon. I'm loving how much support this deck is getting. I'd say it's a 3.
Yeah, I'd say it's a 3.
I'll give it a 3. I wish I had an inheritable.
Yeah, it's potentially a 3-drop level 4, which is pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Garu. When Digivolving, if you have a tamer with Matt Ashita in its name, draw 1. If you don't have a tamer with Matt Ashita in its name, you may play 1 tamer card with Matt Ashita in its name from your hand with the cost reduced by 3. Inheritable when attacking once per turn, draw 1.
So,
like a 4.
If this was a Greymon card, it would just play it for free.
Crimea River Brand, and this card draws you 2 cards.
Yeah, I'm just trolling. This is a very good card.
It's a 4.
This is borderline 5 for me. This is kind of insane.
Yeah,
I was
really
actually
good.
mad when I read this card the other day.
I would have given it a 5. I would have given it a 5 if it If it didn't just reduce the
Yeah,
cost,
if
it's
it
like
just
Brandon said.
if it just straight up played it for free, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a 5.
Because
I mean, you're probably only playing going forward the BT15 mat, which is a 3 cost. So it's basically always going to play a card for free.
Okay, so it's a 5 then.
I mean, the first time it comes out, yeah. I don't think you play Starter Deck 16 mat going forward.
Anyways, Siegramon, Rush, Inheritable, Jamming.
Oh my god, this is like the best card for Aegisramon, period.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is a easy 4-0 for Aegisramon.
I'm gonna have to.
before.
I'm gonna have to keep this card in mind for the pre-release. Like, if I have
Yup.
0
Oh my
security, can't
God.
give my opponent enough memory to do this.
Yep, you have to
guys
look out for it.
Yeah.
Guys, your damn pre-release.
Listen, Chris, me and Sean like to actually think about what we do in pre-release, not just put as many level 3s in, and yeah, let's throw some other stuff in there. I'll have a plan when I'm playing.
Pre-release takes no skill.
Here come the commenters. The pre-release shows the best deck builders and blah blah.
It does.
Blah.
It
Yeah,
literally
okay.
does.
It literally doesn't. When I can't, when you
It's-
pull so, I'm not
It's
getting into this. I'm not
deck
getting into this
building and
again.
technical skill.
not-
Deck
I'm
building
not
and
getting back
technical
into
skill. I love
Yeah.
sealed formats. They're my favorite format.
I'm not getting into this. You remember back in the day when you couldn't even Digivolve in the Raising if you had no Tamas? Like they were
Back in those days, it was a real feels bad.
Yeah, they fixed
Oh,
that.
my
They fixed that.
God.
Yeah, it still feels bad that you're missing out on a draw, but yeah. I mean,
As someone
least
who
you're
has
play.
who has won several pre-release tournaments, I believe I have more
sway.
over someone who just scrubs out on them.
Every
I
time.
hate them.
Yeah.
I hate them so much.
I would hate it too if I sucked at it.
Has nothing to do with sucking at it. I
Okay.
just would
You
rather
have a-
play constructed decks.
A lot of suck going on.
Yeah. You're doing a real good job. All right. Wear Garu Ace. On play / when digivolving, draw 1. Then if you have 5 or more cards in your hand, trash 1 card in your hand. All turns, once per turn. When your Digimon effect adds a card to your hand, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend until the end of your opponent's turn.
It's all turns, which is so nice.
This is also a 4.
Yep, 4. It's got one of the best stunning effects because it targets Tamers as well.
This pisses me off just thinking about the Greymon line we got in BT14.
And it's so mid.
It's all like basically just bad cards you would never want to put in your deck besides maybe the Agumon. And this entire line is insane.
Yeah, it's like they went so hard with BT12. When we got to BT14, they were like, nope, don't do it. Slow down. Make the deck mid.
Yeah.
It's because BT15 was too good. Or BT15. BT12 was too good.
I mean, I would agree. It's still the best line I think we have, despite us getting more Agumon and
Ooh,
Greymon
man, I
cards.
don't know.
since.
People are going to say that BT12 isn't as good as BT14 War Greymon.
They would be wrong. They can have their opinion. Scorpiomon. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 2 level 6 or higher Digimon cards among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck. End of your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon, you may play 1 Digimon card with the Dark Master's trait from your hand to an empty space in your breeding area without paying the cost. Inheritable is blocker.
I'm not going to lie. I thought this was Aegisramon support again. And I was like, first effect, I was like, ugh.
I literally, as I was reading that first effect, I was like, this seems like it would be like a good in like the Apocalypmon deck, but like I think this is
Second line
Aegisramon
is-
support.
oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
A lot of these cards also just work with the Seedramon that you get in this.
Yeah.
This Seedramon would have been absolutely, and I know they did this on purpose. We're gonna get to it here in a second because I read it a little while ago. Would have been absolutely busted in Aegistramon.
Well, I mean, it'll get its chance. The only thing that got hit in the deck is Apocalypse.
Well, I think, didn't they make it to where you can't play it in Aegis?
Yeah, you can't play it in Aegis. That's what I'm saying. It would have been.
Oh, that's right, because it can only even under white cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So dumb.
They limited it. They hit the ceiling. Yep. They were like, hey, this is your ceiling. Stay there.
They're like, we're going to make sure you can only play Apocalypse in its own deck. Oh,
you
wait.
can't play-
we just limited
yeah,
the level 6s. We forgot to limit Apocalypse. Our
Yep.
bad.
Does Aegistramon have the ability to tuck its own sources?
This
or
is
do you
a-
have to
this is a
just
3, by the
naturally
way.
build into it? Yeah, agreed.
I don't remember. I don't really care about a Pokemon since we're only going to be able to have it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Divermon. On play, trash the bottom 3 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, you may play 1 blue Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost.
Ooh, very good.
That's alright.
That's pretty solid. I'll give it a 3.
I mean, for a 6 cost, that's not bad.
Yeah, I give it a 3.
Especially if they just don't have anything in play, you just get to play a Tamer for free.
Yeah, exactly. 3.
On play / when Digivolving. Oh, Mega Seedramon. On play / when Digivolving by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom resolution card. Return one of your opponent's Digimon with a level less than or equal to the place card's level to the bottom of the deck. Inheritable when attacking once per turn by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom resolution card. Unsuspend this Digimon.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's really good. It lets you recycle your cards, like, infinitely in Aegistermon.
That doesn't have a level cap.
It does not. It's whatever you tuck, yeah.
The Plesiomon from the OG Aegistermon wants that to happen. Like, that's the whole point. Like, you want the Plesiomon as an inheritable.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly. You could literally just place that underneath us and then bounce a level 6.
Yeah.
Now, I do not appreciate how he is murdering Waymon in his art.
Waymon deserved it. Yeah, no, this is like
A 4 or 5 for that deck.
It's the bottom of the deck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, just generically being able to remove
Anything.
essentially anything and bot deck it as a level 5, that's pretty good.
It's pretty strong. It requires some setup, but yeah, it does. It's a very strong effect, especially if you just Evo into this for 3 memory.
That's what I'm saying,
You can play the level 4 out, Evo into it, tuck the Aegistermon, and you have a removed right there.
If you want, yeah. Okay. Pukumon, blocker, on play / on deletion, trash the top 2 Digivolution cards of all of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck.
I mean...
Yeah, and more bot decking.
Yeah, it's more bot decking.
I don't think you can play this in Aedrus, though, I think. Because it's
I don't think you can.
Yeah, because he's mutant. The only problem I have with it is you can't do it consistently. Like, because it's a level 6 with only 10,000 DP. The fact that it's only on play when Digivolving, or on deletion, not even when Digivolving. Ew. No. This
that's what I'm saying. It's like a 2. I don't know what you would play this then.
It's like
what do you?
It's giving Megazoo.
Yeah.
But Megazoo's not a deck anymore.
No, this card's bad.
Yeah,
get out of here.
I'll also give it a 2. This seems like it might be
the worst blue card we've seen so far.
It'll be interesting in the pre-release, but outside of that, I don't see this getting played anything.
Yeah.
Metal Seedramon. On play / when attacking, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the hand. Your turn, this Digimon can only Digivolve into a white Digimon. End of opponent's turn, delete this Digimon. Then you may play 1 Digimon card with the Dark Master's trait other than Metal Seedramon from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable as blocker. So something you could do is you could play this in Aegistermon and just tuck it.
With the Mega.
With the other effects.
Level 5.
Obviously that would make it kind of awkward, but...
I mean, is this card even going to be good in Aegistermon?
Probably not. I realized that when I was
deleting itself at the end of the turn.
Yeah, that's
the level 5 bounce is nice, but yeah.
Yeah, it'd be so much cooler if it didn't delete itself.
Yeah, I'd rather play the OG Metal Seedramon over this if I'm playing in Aegistermon.
Yeah.
Maybe I misremember. Maybe I thought it was okay.
I mean,
its effect was so much better than this.
If it didn't delete itself, it would be very good.
Yeah, blocker is inheritable, pretty good. The on play is very solid.
On play / when attacking.
Removes anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, I go to 3 as well.
3.
Plesiomon X Antibody. Evo's on top of Plesiomon for 2. When Digivolving / when attacking once per turn, return one of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as this Digimon to the hand. Okay. Opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as this Digimon attacks. If this Digimon has Plesiomon or X Antibody in its Digivolution cards, gain 2 memory.
Jesus, I was wondering why this thing evoed for 2, and I was going to complain about it, but after that opponent's turn effect, okay, say less.
Like a 4, right?
Yeah. I'll give it a 4.
The thing
I
is,
think if you're going to play this, it's probably in a Leomon deck.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't think this is going to be like Aegisramon or anything like that.
I
You
think
probably could.
I think the only value you're getting out of this is probably pre-release. But
Yeah, I don't know if anybody would actually like build this as a deck. I'd have to see how it works, but
yeah.
on paper it reads good.
Yeah, it seems solid. Tapermon Barrier. So it's a rookie with Barrier.
I mean, this is better than having rookies with Evade.
Yes, 100% better than having Evade.
So 2.
I'm going to give this a 3. I think effectively having something with jamming that your opponent cannot swing back over is
that's pretty good.
Pretty decent.
Especially you could like potentially give it jamming.
I'm gonna give it 3. I'm gonna give it 3 because I could also see this being really strong in something like Rookie Rush.
Yeah. Salamon. Start of your main phase, if you have 3 or more security cards, you may add the top card of your security stack to the hand. If you have 2 or fewer security cards, you may place 1 yellow card with the vaccine trait from your hand at the top or bottom of your security stack. Inheritable all turns once per turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. This is a vaccine.
This is a vaccine, yeah.
It's like a 4.
Yeah.
In the vaccine deck, I can see this being one of their rookies, like kind of replacing the floodgates. If they don't need specific floodgates, this just fits in pretty well.
Yeah, I'd agree. This also interacts very well with the ace that we're getting in this set.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Garamon, rule, name also treated as Numemon. On play / on deletion by trashing 1 card with Numemon or Sukamon in this name in your hand. One of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's turn.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that deck is. That deck's just annoying.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because this is just like so fun. Yeah, it's just so funny. I love it.
Somebody's gonna have this in pre-release, and I'm gonna want to punch them.
Yeah.
It'll be Chris.
I want to throw hands.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3, I guess. I don't know. Wizardmon has blocker. Evo's on top of rookies of purple or yellow for 3. On play / on deletion by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn.
Sheesh.
That's...
Thank God that's not Wind Digivolving.
Yeah, that's actually really strong for a level 4.
Yeah.
Dang,
that's a 4 for me.
Yeah, I would also give it a 4. I don't know what you'd play this in, but pre-release, this is going to be very strong.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like Mossdamon, you can play it out for free.
In actual play, this is like a 2 or a 3, right? I mean, because like you guys said, like, what are you playing this?
Yeah, just because I don't know what it would fit into, because it's not a vaccine.
It doesn't have
an. He sets himself up because you can get his on deletion during your opponent's turn just by blocking.
Okay, yeah, but you gotta
obviously, but like,
you gotta be a big idiot to be like, yeah, attack while you have that out.
Mossdamon Ace, man, with Genai.
Mossdamon Ace is playing something out way better than this guy.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you playing this in? Like, it's an okay card.
I don't know what he fits into, but his effect is very good on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be more that supports it later, too.
Yeah, the minus 6,000 DP most likely 2 separate times out on a level 4 is very good.
Yeah. I can go with a 3.
Because like,
seems like this is a very lore accurate card.
Yeah. So like, I'm imagining when you do happen to play this card, which is most likely just going to be pre-release, you play him, minus 6,000 DP on one of your opponent's Digimon until the end of their turn. If they swing with something bigger than this guy somehow, you block, he dies, and you minus another 6,000. So something 12,000 DP or smaller is dying, or you're clearing 2 bodies.
Yep.
Like, it's definitely gonna happen to someone out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Z's. Garumon. When an effect trashes this card from your security stack, you may play this card without paying the cost. Barrier, and then all turns once per turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, gain 1 memory. Inheritable. Barrier. This is a vaccine.
Oh, this is 5.
This seems pretty strong.
This does a lot for that vaccine deck. This is like
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it a 4, just because its security effect is like very situational. Like, you can obviously set it up that way, but like, is this card gonna replace Rapidmon? Is it gonna replace the Bulkmon? For vaccine, for just vaccine. Like, what is this honestly replacing in the deck? You're gonna replace the Angemon with this?
I think just giving in barrier as an inheritable makes it worth like some like consideration.
That
Right, I could see it seeing some play.
You can stack this in your security, obviously, and then the Tama, you can trash this to gain a memory and play it for free.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're set up to Angemon ace them.
Yes.
The next turn.
Yeah, this has barrier and gives barriers in here. I think this is a 4. I think this is really strong.
The fact that you have barrier means
still a very good card.
Yeah. The fact that it has barrier too means like your opponent kind of has to walk into the Angemon ace or the Magna ace.
Yeah, standing yellow level 4s with barrier are very annoying to deal with if your opponent is playing ace cards.
Yep.
Angemon ace. On play / when digivolving by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns once per turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, recover +1.
Oh, dude, I love this.
This is a 4 for me.
Dude, I might have to tell my wife, like, hey, you're coming back. You're gonna love this deck.
Here's the thing.
We are so bad,
Here's
baby.
the thing. Dude, that Wizardmon, imagine if it just said, when this card is trashed from your security.
If he did, I think he'd be a 5.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I've been too good, though.
I like this. This is a 4. Easy 4.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Yeah.
I'm loving this line.
So, like, if you have
it also looks like she's stepping on me, so.
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry.
Mommy? I'm sorry, what?
Okay, Jesus. So, if you have BT15 Seraphi on the field, and you have 4 or fewer security cards, and a standing Gatomon, they attack you, blast Evo into this, trash a card, minus 6k, then recover, and then Seraphi on minus 7k on something.
Yes, that's like so much. That's 13 just right there.
Yeah.
I love that.
Bombermon. Evil's on top of level 4 with Gamamon in name for a cost of 3.
Okay.
Is that the same Gamamon? Like the red one?
I guess.
On play / when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP, and on deletion, lose 1 memory until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns, this Digimon gains all effects of cards with Gamamon in their names and the Digimon's evolution cards. Inheritable, all turns, same thing, it gains all effects of the sources. So yeah, this is the Gamamon card.
Yeah, so this is just for the Gamma deck. Just does what all the other level 5's done.
This is a 2. This is so random and weird.
Yeah, I think the other level 5's are just better.
It is really odd. I mean, that's a cool effect, but like, yeah, I feel like you'd probably not play this because it doesn't tuck sources, and I think that's like your MO.
Yeah, like the Kano Weissmon, I think is just better.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2. Monzimon X Antibody.
Oh, I love that art.
Evil's on top of a level 5 with Monzimon in name and without X Antibody trait for 0. When digivolving, the Digimon has a card with Monzimon in its name or X Antibody in its Digivolution cards. You may play 1 Numamon or 1 level 3 Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. All turns once per turn. When another of your Digimon is played, for each of your Digimon, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn.
Okay. All right.
So many words.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it
a paragraph.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because it does seem like very middle of the road kind of like effect.
I'll also give it a 3. Babamon. On play / on deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. end of opponent's turn. By deleting this Digimon, you may play one Rosemon or Digimon from your hand without paying the cost. Then activate the when Digivolving effect of the Digimon played by this effect.
Plays Rosemon. Okay.
Well, you got to remember in the new anime, remember where Palmon went?
Yeah, okay.
They trained with Baba.
Okay.
This just seems. I mean, are you gonna make space for this in your deck? Like, I get it. Oh, Chris, it plays a level 6 for free. Why didn't you just Digivolve into the Rosemon?
The original
That's what I was
Babamon
thinking.
played a level 6 for free. It
Yeah,
played
like,
a Rosemon specifically, I think, but
So what I'm failing to understand is, like, are you really gonna on play this thing for 10? Give your opponent a butt ton of memory to give negative 6k on something, and then assuming it lives, you get
Yeah.
to play a level 6 for free? If it dies, okay,
It's a
cool.
good
another
play.
negative 6K.
that's a good play.
At
Yeah, I mean,
least the 6k is persistent.
Yeah.
I like
I'll
how
say
they're
that.
doing that. All of the minus DP effects I've read so far until the end of your opponent's turn, I think that's much better.
Yeah. Okay, it's more like a 2.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the 2.
It's whatever. It's the same. I feel the same way about this as I did about the original Babamon, which they're cute interactions, but what are you playing it in?
Right.
Yeah. Magnadramon, on play / when Digivolving by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 9,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from your security stack. If you have 3 or less security cards, you may place one yellow card from your hand at the top or bottom of your security stack. That is not, that's not a vaccine. It's just any yellow card. So options and
Also,
stuff.
Just to make a blanket reminder, this does have 4 Great Dragons in trait, meaning this can be played in that old deck where you can play this card out for free with the option.
Yeah, I think that's why they made it an on play as well as when Digivolving, which is nice of them.
Yeah, very nice that it supports 2 decks, basically. This line and, the 4 Great Dragon.
Her plus Angelmon is like 15,000
Yeah,
DP.
it's 15,000 DP with no other effects.
Yup.
Seems pretty good. Also, you could play Magna X in this.
I give it a 4.
I'm going to give it a 4.
I'll give it a 4 as well.
I like that.
Magnets.
I'm going to have to see if E will build a yellow deck and come back.
Magna X also trashes security at the end of attack, so like that also plays into this strategy.
Right.
Yeah. All right, the green stuff.
All right. Tentamon, start your main phase by suspending one Digimon. One of your Digimon with the Insectoid trait gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable all turns once per turn. When the Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory.
This is already triggering off that Tama from earlier. Just boom right there. Suspending something so you have something to attack into.
That's true, yeah. And this, I like the fact that it can suspend your opponent's Digimon.
Yeah.
And then he's giving himself 3k, so you could essentially punish your opponent just for leaving something on the board when you promote him. Because you can just clear it right there.
Yeah. That's a big issue, too, because, like, even, like Blackware X, who has Reboot and Blocker and stuff, like, you just suspend it. Obviously, it can still redirect an attack, but you just being able to suspend it.
Pretty free.
At the
Pretty free.
beginning
I
of
love
your
that,
turn.
actually. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And it gains memory as an inheritable. Like, that's super good.
I'll give this a 4.
I agree, 4.
Yeah, it's a very good card.
Mushroomon, on deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn.
Okay.
It's a bloom support, but it doesn't. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, stun effects are always nice, but
Not as an on deletion. This, I'm going to give this
a 1.
I was going to say a 2, but yeah, you're not probably going to see play.
Yeah. 100% agree.
Palmon X, that looks sick.
Yeah, I love the art for that.
Yeah.
Evil's on top of Palmon 4-0, on play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable, your turn once per turn. When your green tamer is played, gain 1 memory.
Oh my god, they already play their tamers for free.
It's alright.
I don't know if you would play this in Bloom, but you would probably play it in Rosemon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was just Rosemon.
The fact that you can promote the BT15 Palmon, give one of your opponent's Digimon, like, lose 2 memory when it's suspended, then Evo is for free, and then gain 2 memory for free.
That's pretty nutty.
That's pretty strong. And then you Evo...
Also, if it's the other Palmon where you get an extra draw, you can draw potentially 3 cards. Once for turn, once for start, and then once for Evoing into this.
And then you... So let's say you started at 3. You go to 5 from that. You can Evo into Togemon, I guess. Suspend itself, play a Tamer, gain another memory from that. So you're back to 4. And then you can Evo into a level 5.
Like Lila, who plays another Tamer.
Yep. So that puts you at 1 memory.
1.
And then you can Evo into, I guess, Rose.
Tap both the Tamers, because it's probably Yoshino, which is going to let you gain 2 memory for Evoing, so you're only Evoing for 1.
Yeah.
So you're literally promoting and getting to a level 6 just right there.
Yeah, it seems pretty strong. I'm going to give it a...
keeping turn.
I'm going to give it a 4. I don't think you play it in Bloom, but it seems pretty crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to say 4. I want to see, like, this in motion.
Yeah.
I'm okay with a 4.
Woodmon. Your turn once per turn. When one of your Digimon becomes suspended, draw 1.
Meh. I don't think you play it in anything, but okay.
Yeah, I don't think you do either. It's a vegetation.
The level 4s are very tight.
Yeah. And level 4s, like, all have inheritables and stuff you'd want to have access to. Like, this would have been good in Bloom, like, 4
sets ago.
Yeah, before we got, like, the Rosemon line from BT14, probably.
Yeah, so I'll go 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, 2's fine.
Kabuterimon. All turns, while this Digimon is suspended, it isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable. All turns once per turn when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, gain 1 memory.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how often that first effect is going to come up, but it is very good.
I'm curious if there's something that gives you the effects of all of your dudes, all of your sources in this deck, because that would be kind of insane.
Yeah, imagine having that Tentomon as just a... Oh my god. That would be insane.
I'm going to give this a 3. If we end up gaining the ability of all of our sources, I think this might be a 5.
Yeah, for real. Oh, sorry, you can't do anything to me.
On to one of the coolest looking cards ever.
It looks like Clint Eastwood.
That's exactly. Cowboy Togemon X.
Yep. Togemon X antibody. It was on top of Togemon for 0. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. If this Digimon has Togemon or X antibody in its sources, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable, your turn. For each of your opponent's suspended Digimon, this Digimon gets 1,000 DP.
I mean, compared to the Palmon X, I feel like this one's a bit of a letdown for me.
Yeah, it's the inheritable for me.
Yeah, the when Digivolving effect is pretty strong because you're basically stunning a card.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is nice.
It is cool. I'll give it a 3, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just not as good for me as the Palmon, but it's still good.
I'm gonna bump it down to a 2 because I really don't like that inheritable. It's just whatever.
Yeah, especially since it's only your turn.
I mean, it's a level 4 that can stun any Digimon on the field for an entire turn.
Okay, I'll go to 3 because that stun is very strong, but I was like really turned off by that inheritable.
The inheritable's whatever, but that is, if you are actually playing Rosemon Tribal, you do need the DP in that deck because she does not get big by herself.
Yeah, she's like she's always like 10 to 11,000.
Yeah,
I was gonna say if it would have been all turns, that would have been way better.
That would, I was surprised it didn't say all turns. Mega.
I guess it's for each because it can give to multiple instances. I guess that would have been too OP. I don't know.
Mega Kabuterimon. On play / when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Then if your opponent's Digimon is attacking, you may switch the attack target to this Digimon. All turns while this Digimon is suspended, it isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon.
Oh, I love this.
So now I'm seeing the puzzle come together because they'll try to swing into it.
And you're like, psych!
And then you just ACVO, buff him by 3k so he's 10k. And then I don't think you have an all turns buff. Oh, wait, no. Doesn't the Tama buff you?
No, the Tama is
Memory.
you can attack.
Yeah, end of turn.
You can attack.
Okay, so you're 10k, which...
So if they swing with anything other than the level 6.
Yeah, because you don't have to switch the attack target. But, okay. I'll give it...
A 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, it's a
If
3.
it also has, like, if the level 6 also, like, gains the ability of everything under it,
Yeah, that'd be pretty nasty.
or it just has the ability to be unaffected by, Digimon effects.
Yeah. Cherrymon. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 2 level 6 or higher Digimon cards among them to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of your deck. End of your turn. By deleting one of your Digimon, you may play one Digimon card with the Dark Master's trait from your hand to an empty space in your breeding area without paying the cost. Inheritable is Piercing.
So it's just Dark Masters.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. I mean, it's just whatever for
Yeah.
Dark Masters.
3.
3. They're going to be forced to play it now that the Garu engine's dead.
I mean, I don't think you play that deck. Pokemon goes to 1, that deck's dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Lilymon X. Digivolves on top of Lilymon for 0. When Digivolving, if there is a suspended Digimon, gain 1 memory. If this Digimon has Lilymon or X antibody in its Digivolution cards, for each of your opponent's suspended Digimon, draw 1.
Jesus.
And heritable, your turn, for each of your opponent's suspended Digimon, this Digimon gets 1,000 DP.
Okay, at least you're building the DP consistently through two cards now.
I was gonna say if you're ever blast evoing into this, it's basically a draw 2.
This isn't an ace.
It's not an ace.
Oh, it's not.
So you're never
it's an
you're
X,
never
though.
blast evoing into this
Oh,
card
yeah.
unless you're a dirty, filthy cheater.
Yeah, unless you're a cheater.
I mean, hey, give me an X antibody ace. I'll take it
that'd
It'll
be
come.
sick.
Well, we're gonna get it, I'm sure.
eventually.
Yeah, that's what Lord Diamond X is gonna be. It's our first X antibody.
Keep huffing.
Yeah, I'll give this a 3. This seems pretty good. Nothing,
Yeah, I agree.
nothing super
3.
crazy though.
3's fine.
Puppetmon. On play / when attacking, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Your turn, this Digimon can only Digivolve into a white Digimon. End of opponent's turn, delete this Digimon. Then you may play one Digimon card with the Dark Master's trait other than Puppetmon from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable's Piercing.
Yeah, just Apocalypse 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3 as well.
Yeah, it's middle of the road.
Yeah.
3's
All right.
fine.
Hercules Kabuterimon. Start of your
Bring
main
it home with
phase
a win.
/ when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. One of your Digimon gains Piercing for the turn. All turns, while this Digimon is suspended, it isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon.
Okay, so he's never being affected by opponent's Digimon, basically, period.
Unless you're able to unsuspend him somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
So
My big
that's
problem
how
is
this.
you're swinging once.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're digivolving into the Mega Kabuterimon. He's gonna get the 3,000 DP. Then you digivolve into this, and if you have the Tama underneath, you're suspending your opponent's Digimon and attacking
swinging
over
into
it with piercing, and it's unaffected by everything, and it's gonna have 3,000 extra DP.
Yeah, tell that to an option in security.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's still Green's thing. That's what makes Heavy Leomon any decent is it can survive that.
This kind of let me down. Like, I was really enjoying this line until we got here, and it was just sort of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the issue is like he already, like, the all turns effect is obviously good, but like you don't need to suspend anything really. I mean, I guess it guarantees you don't have to have like the Tentamon out to suspend something. So like this is probably going to out anything on your opponent's board.
Yeah.
What does it do after that? Like, after that, you're suspending one body and having piercing, so you're only checking one security every turn, potentially.
Yeah, and you're gaining. So I think there's memory gain. Yeah, gain 1. Gain
2 memory
one,
because
so
of
you,
Tento.
yeah, you gain 2 memory.
Okay.
It seems cool. Just like if your opponent plays option cards, they just blow it up, and you're just like, dope.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the problem is, like, what if they just attack over it? Because he's going to be suspended.
That is true. Yeah, they could just promote and swing over it.
Man, this is so disappointing.
I'm gonna give it a 3. Yeah, but I also am kind of disappointed.
Yeah, it's a 3.
I mean, maybe there's like other cards you could play in conjunction with him. Because don't we also have Tyrant Kabuteri out? Is he a thing?
I don't know
So
anything
we
about
potentially
think
Green.
look at other cards like that maybe make him a little better. But
Yeah.
yeah, as is 3.
All right, Rosemont X. This art goes dummy
Jesus.
hard.
It's a lot of words on that card.
Got me bricked up.
Okay, chill, dude.
Midriff.
Evo's on top of Rosemont for 1. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon and one of your opponent's Tamers. That Digimon and Tamer can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. Opponent's turn once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is played, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon.
Okay.
Opponent's turn once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area, if this Digimon has Rosemon or X Antibody in its sources, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon.
That's hilarious. Oh
This
my
card
God.
seems a little unfair.
Yeah, hope you have an option to remove this. Otherwise, yeah, sorry, you're just coming out suspended.
This-
My bad.
This seems like a 5 to me.
For real.
Like, this is such an awkward lock for your opponent. They would either have to Evo into a hybrid to get around the suspension effect, or they'd have to already have something in play that isn't suspended by her effect or one of your,
Or
other,
one of
effects
your other effects.
in order to run her over. Or they just have to have an option in their hand.
Or you just have to have the innate ability to unsuspend yourself.
Yeah, I guess that's true. There are obviously blue decks that can just unsuspend themselves. But yeah, this seems like a very annoying card to play out of
Yeah.
without
I
It's a
agree.
removal.
5.
Yeah, I would say this is a 5. If my opponent goes
See-
into this and I don't have an option in my hand, I'm going to be very frustrated.
So, like, I like how the Palmon line went from pretty mid to, and good, like, with those cards, to a really good boss monster. But then with the Tentomon line, it was, like, really good lower end with a kind of mid boss monster.
I will say, in defense of Tentomon, I don't even really like green, but this is basically the first line we're getting, where this is the X antibody line for the Rosemon archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
But yeah, she seems insane. I'm curious. I'm assuming she has an alt art, and it probably looks dope.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I
I'll
like
see if
all
I
the
can find
roses
it
and
just
stuff
for
around
the,
her.
Stimtex.
Her alt arts always look cool to me. Just all the roses
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
I'll
know
look it up.
let me know if you find if it has one. Hagurumon. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the machine or cyborg trait and 1 black tamer card among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inheritable is Reboot.
Blatant Machine Dramon support. Got it.
So-
Yeah.
This is like a 4 for
5.
Machine Dramon, 4 or 5.
Yeah. What is wrong with his face? Why are they opening his face? I don't like that.
I don't know, man. It looks like he's spilling
Yeah,
out
I don't
all those
know.
gears.
Yeah. Ugh. That's
Yeah.
really disturbing. I
Yeah.
really like the
With these new cards, this new support for Machine Dramon, you can officially just stop playing all the level 5s. They give reboot, and you can just now
all this-
play better cards.
Yeah. Yeah, this card
Like,
seems
obviously-
very good.
You won't cut the Andromon because he's a searcher when you digivolve it, but like the other ones that you can just cut for like other better level 5s.
Oh, because he's
Okay, what
also
if
blocker
I-
inheritable.
What if I told you guys that Rosemon does not have an alt art?
That's
That's
disappointing.
wild. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Is it a? It's a.
It's a
rare.
rare. Yeah, it's a rare.
Yeah, at least it'll be foil, I guess.
They could have made so much money off of her mommy milkers.
That midriff.
I mean-
God.
You're correct, but I don't like how you said it.
That's clearly a MILF, Sean.
Yeah,
I mean,
listen.
that's not a young woman.
mean,
that's
we-
Remember, Chris, it's not.
Okay, anyways.
It's not mommy milkers,
Calm
alright? She's
down.
a plant.
Rosemon.
She
Rosemon
doesn't.
Has,
She is a Digimon. They do not have genitalia.
Rosemon
That
has
you know
one
of.
kid.
I guarantee.
Rosemon has one kid. Rosemon X Antibody has at least 3.
You
She
just
has-
said earlier that Cannon Dramon had a chode. Now you're gonna look at me and tell me that thing ain't got a, you know? I'm just
I
saying.
said, look, she definitely does not have nipples or a gine. There's no way. She's a Digimon.
She's milking those roses. How else do you think she grows them?
All right,
Wait, a
Ryutamon.
hole's a hole.
Evil's on top of Kyokyomon for 0. Start of your main phase by placing 1 Zoo Yulin from your hand as this Digimon's bottom evolution card. This Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable all turns once per turn. When this Digimon becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost less than or equal to this Digimon.
So this is going to be part of the new, like, what do you call it? Mind Link deck?
This seems like a 5. This card seems insane to me.
Yeah. 100%.
Also, it has Digipolice in its trait for no reason.
Well, yeah, because we're getting a new tamer for Digipolice and a new tamer for SOC because they're part of like the same factions.
Yeah, you can play this in Commandramon.
Now, I will say the worst part about this card is it forces you to play that dog water Kyokomon.
I mean,
level 2.
Yes and no. You could just pay the 1 memory.
I'm just saying, like if you wanted to.
I personally, I would probably end up
memory.
just paying the 1 memory, assuming I'm putting this in a deck that's not strictly
That.
like this.
Yeah.
That card seems like insane. Like both effects are, I mean,
Really good.
yeah,
Like this set's version of Lugamon, basically.
yeah, gross. Numamon X Antibody. Evo's on top of level 4 with Numamon in name without X Antibody trait for 0. All turns, while this Digimon has Numamon or X Antibody in its Digivolution sources, it gains on deletion. You may play 1 Digimon card with Numamon in its name from your trash without paying the cost. Inheritable, on deletion, you may play 1 Digimon card with Numamon in its name from your trash without paying the cost.
So I think this is the pink Numamon that I saw in that one deck profile that like that was doing all sorts of like topping and stuff.
Dog, this lets you play the Platinum Numamon for free.
Yeah, I was gonna say this lets you play your level 6 for free.
Oh my god, this is a 5.
Yep. No wonder that deck is doing super good.
Yeah, it lets you play level 6
You're
for
just able
free.
to play level 6s for free.
Yeah, seems
5.
good. So it's Champion Rush with the ability to float into a level 6. Seems fair.
Yep.
Shout
And
out.
then, what color is the platinum?
Yellow.
Yellow,
And-
black, or is it just yellow?
I think it's yellow black.
I think
and-
you're right.
And guess what else they were playing, Sean?
Ruin mode.
Rune modes. Boom.
That's right.
Yeah, imagine being able to play your level 6 for free. It stays on the board, and you just go, okay, rune mode.
I think I'd rather just promote like a rookie or level 4 and just Evo into a ruin mode without passing turn, but that's just me.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Genryumon. Evo's on top of level 3 with X Antibody or Digibelief's trait for 2. Has blocker. On play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. If the Digimon has a Tamer card with the Digiplease trait in its Digivolution cards, that Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable, all turns once per turn. When the Digimon becomes suspended, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost less than or equal to this Digimon.
Okay.
The inheritable's okay.
And it's the same as the rookie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just seems like more of what the rookie was doing.
I just kind of thought, I don't know, like, it just seems like having the rookie and this on top of each other is just redundant.
It is, but it also gives you the ability to see that inheritable more often.
Yeah, see it more often. Yeah.
Real quick, I did pull up the Platinum Numamon. He is dual color, black and yellow, and he has an on-play effect.
Yep.
By trashing one card with Numamon in your hand, from your hand, gain 2 memory.
Yep.
So you're gaining 2 memory off that play. Then, on deletion, you may play a level 5 or lower card with Numamon or Monzemon in its name from your hand without paying the cost.
So you can just
So he also floats.
So it just floats back into it. Like you can just keep cycling the same
going.
stuff. Okay, that seems pretty stupid.
You could float into the X antibody.
Yeah.
Ew.
I'm gonna give this card like a 4.
Yeah, I also think I'm gonna give it a 4.
Agreed.
Seems decent. Airdramon. Evil's on top of level 3 with SOC trait for 2. On play / when Digivolving by placing 1 Marvin Jackson from your hand on its Digimon as its Digivolution card. De-Evo one of your opponent's Digimon. Inheritable is Reboot. It has SOC in its traits.
I'm gonna give it a 3. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, I'll give it a 3 as well. It seems kind of mid.
I don't think this is going to be like Luga, where we get a straight up brand new full deck
Yeah.
with just like black SOC cards. So I just don't think you have room for this in Luga, like period. Like, what are you going to do? Trash it and then play it from hand or play it to the field for free?
Yeah, because like
Just-
you can't even Evo on top of this, can you? With the Lugamon cards,
No, I don't think so.
because it's not purple.
I don't think the Luga cards. Here, I have the deck right here. I don't think they specify they can Evo on top of SOC.
Yeah, I don't think they can either, unless I'm just misremembering them.
Finn doesn't have it.
Just look at the
Luga
level
doesn't have
5s.
it.
It's Hell and Soul is what you want to look at.
Yeah. Nope. And nope.
Okay,
So you can't even use them with the purple.
yeah, give them a 3, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
A
We'll get more later,
Mechamon.
probably.
While this card is revealed from the top of your deck, it is also treated as Omnimon. Blocker. On play, if it's your turn, one of your other Digimon may digivolve into a black Digimon card with Greymon or Garurumon in its name in your hand, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. It Digicrosses -1 for either Agumon or Greymon, combined with either Gabumon or Garurumon. Inheritable is, when attacking once per turn, de-evo one of your opponent's Digimon.
Okay, so I kind of slept on this card a little bit, but like reading about it and playing the deck recently, I think this is a 4 for the Ultra S deck. Because it basically lets you piece skip. Like, if you're piece stuck and you're missing a piece, this lets you skip to the next piece.
It does.
Unless you're missing like level 5s in that case. Get rid
Yeah,
of
unless you're missing more pieces. I really like this card. I think it's also a 4. I'm still unsure if, like, I'm going to have to just completely take the deck apart, or at least all the extra
Try it again.
stuff, and, like,
Yeah.
figure out how to put it back together. But I do think this is a very good card.
Also, de-evoing in that deck. Oh my god. Oh, you have a level 6 on the board? Oh, you mean you have a card at the bottom of your deck?
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
That's nasty.
Yeah, that
Like,
and...
I'm okay with even just like evoing this like on top of my dude.
Yeah, like...
Just have it in my stack.
And if you have 2 of these in your inheritables,
Oh my
de-evo
God.
2 different Digimon or the same Digimon twice. Yeah, this is an uncommon, so it will have a pre-release stamp. Shout out Bandai, thank you.
Let's go.
I'll give it I'll give it a 4. It's just hyper focus into that one deck. So
Oh yeah, it's strictly Ultra S Turbo support. Like, that's all this card
The
is.
fact that it was black. Like, I remember me and Sean were like, when this card first got announced, we were like, oh my god, this card better be black.
Yeah,
This
because
card is white. It is straight garbage.
we assumed it was white because
Yeah.
the only Mechamon we've seen was white. So we were like, this is so stupid. And then, yeah.
I had to look at the number. I had to look at BT15.
Oh, yeah,
or,
to
you know,
figure
number
out. I
60.
remember that. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, thank god it's black.
Yeah. I think this card's very good support for the deck. Like, it's exactly what it needed.
That's probably the
Right.
first time when I've ever read a card where I've been thankful that it was actually a black card.
That's probably true. Gardromon. Blocker. On play / when digivolving by trashing one card with a machine or cyborg trait in your hand, one of your Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects until the end of your opponent's turn. Your turn, while your opponent has no Digimon, this Digimon can't attack. Inheritables reboot.
So you can basically just like make your machine Dramon invincible even more.
Apparently,
More invisible?
yeah. Like, dude, they need to chill.
What the heck?
no,
Like, what is
just
this?
wait. There's a couple more that are pretty good. These level 5s are pretty good.
This card seems like a 4 to me. That effect is insane.
For real, that's a definite 4.
You could just do it on itself.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this is a blocker that you can't delete. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, you can still swing over it.
I mean, if it's suspended, yeah.
I mean, if they block, is what I was saying. But
Yeah. Like, this card seems really good to me, 4.
thank God it's not like start of main or some bullcrap like that.
Oh, yeah. At least they can't continuously redo it. Yeah, that would be kind of
Oh, that'd been awesome.
Shut up.
Get out of here.
Gigadramon. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 2 level 6 or higher Digimon cards among them to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of your deck. End of your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon, you may play one Digimon card with the Dark Master's trait from your hand within space in your breeding area. Inheritables reboot. So
Yeah. Okay.
3
Whatever. 3.
Dark Master support.
Yeah,
The
that's
deck's
3.
going to die in 2 weeks. His Yaryumon. Sure.
Nice.
Evo's on top of level 4 with X antibody or Digipolice trait for 3. Blocker. All turns when an effect suspends another Digimon or Tamer. If this Digimon has a Tamer card with the Digipolice trait in its Digivolution cards, you may Digivolve this Digimon into a Digimon card with the Beast Dragon or Digipolice trait from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritables, all turns when it's suspended, blah, 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 bot deck. Oh, no, never mind. No, I'm sorry. This is a different Inheritable.
Oh, thank God.
All turns once per turn when an effect suspends another Digimon or Tamer, unsuspend one of your Digimon with the Beast Dragon or Digipolice trait.
So you can technically go into Brigadramon with this too. That's actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like this
Does
deck works
Brigadramon
with
also
both.
play out Police?
Mm-hmm.
Not just Commandramons and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Digipolice.
So
Ooh,
it doesn't
I like
play some of the
those.
old Commandramon cards because they're D-Brigade.
Yeah. You won't
Yeah.
be able to do
Just
that,
the new
but-
stuff.
Okay, I'm liking it. I'm liking where this
That's
is going.
how I've seen the deck built. It's like a half and half. It's like a mixture of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. I like it. It's a 4 for me.
Seems like a 4.
That's 4.
Megadramon. Evo's on top of level 4 with SOC trait 4/3 on play / when digivolving. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Place 1 card with the machine, cyborg, or SOC trait among them. As this Digimon's bottom evolution card, add 1 such card to the hand, trash the rest. When attacking, if the Digimon has a Tamer card with the SOC trait in its evolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with a play cost of 3 or less. Inheritable, when attacking once per turn, de-evo one of your opponent's Digimon.
Let's
so this
go.
is just straight up
We
Machine
get
Dramon
D-Evo now. We get D-Evo now.
This
Let's
is
go.
this is a 5 for Machine Dramon.
This is
Yeah.
5.
Yes, it is.
They said, alright, Alteress, you can have D-Evo.
Yo.
Alright, Machine Dramon, you can have consistent D-Evo as well. Have fun.
That means when they get the Ace Cyberdramon, they have 2 different sources that are going to
Yo.
de-evo.
This is that card. This is that card I was talking of. Like you easily play 2 of this now. Like this is another level 5 you'd play 2
I
of.
feel like
Yeah, I
you
mean,
might
you're
be
never
tempted to
using
play
the when
4 of
attacking.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
It's a Searcher,
running-
Tucker, and de-evoing.
So
You don't even care about the when attacking skill because everything else around it is just absolutely cracked.
Yeah. And you
What-
never
what
attack
is
with
this?
level
What
5s
is-
anyway.
It's
What's
an
this
SR, by the
rarity?
way.
It's
Yeah.
a super rare.
I think it has an alt art as well.
It does, yeah, because this is like one of the main cards from that series.
Yeah, this is Marvin Jackson, I think is the name. I think it's from
Yeah.
his line.
I gotta get a full playset of those.
Yeah. Warumanzimon. Evo's on top of level 4 with Numamon in name for 3 memory. On play / when digivolving by trashing 1 card Numamon in its name in your hand or from the Digimon's evolution cards, de-evo one of your opponent's Digimon. On play by placing 1 card with Numamon in its name from your trash as this Digimon's bottom evolution card. All of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less can't attack players until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable, your turn while this Digimon has Monzimon or Numamon in its name, it gains security attack +1.
Jeez. God. They're really just making that Numamon deck more and more annoying.
This
Kinda wish
seems
it's a-
pretty strong.
Yeah, I wish it's at 6K instead of 5K, but still, that's still very good.
You mean 6 play costs?
Yeah, 6 play costs.
Yeah, basically just stuns level 4 or lowers.
Mm-hmm. 6
Yeah.
it would have been like reaching, but it would hit like some.
It would hit ace cards.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say this does hit level 5 and lower ace cards, but not level 6 and lower ace cards yet.
Right.
That's probably an intentional choice.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it.
I'll give it a 4. I give it a 4. I think it's alright. I think it's pretty good.
I guess I'll give it a 4. It's between a 3 and a 4 for me, but I'll give it a 4.
Yeah.
Machine Dramon. On play / when attacking, de-evo 2 one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn, this Digimon can only digivolve into a white Digimon. End of opponent's turn, delete this Digimon, then you may play a Digimon card with Dark Master's trait other than Machine Dramon to the from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritables reboot.
I'm going to give this 2 just because of that only Evo into a white really kind of ruins its ability to be played in anything else other than Apocalypse.
That was the
But
point.
you could
The
say
other
that.
ones,
That was literally
say
the
that
point.
the other
about-
ones,
Yeah,
the other
all
ones,
of them.
it's not as feels bad because
Yes,
they
it
don't
is.
have guaranteed decks that they.
I mean, that
are
is true. None of the
played
other ones
in.
actually. Well, Siegemon
With
fits
Machine-
into Aegistramon.
Yeah,
But that deck is
but
not that good, so yeah.
with Machine Dramon, he has a deck.
Yeah.
He still has a deck.
No,
So it
okay.
hurts worse for him.
You can't say that with this because this was specifically made for Apocalypse.
Yeah, they deliberately made it like this so you couldn't play it in
Yes.
Machine. I think
and
this
because
card.
of that,
I'm glad
it's
they
worse.
did. This card would have been a 5.
Yeah.
Swing with
Like-
Chaosmon, D-Evo 2, one of your Digimon.
I'm
And then
not
D-Evo
gonna
it again
drop-
with the Mega Dramon effect.
Right. I'm not going to drop this rating because this card was made specifically for this
Yeah,
deck.
it was designed like that for a reason. I'll give it a 3. Just, I mean,
Yeah, it's a 3. I don't think it's like a world beater.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
as an archetype, this one not being able to evo into any of your other chaos and stuff like that hurts the worst compared to the other Dark Masters.
it does, but it was a design choice. It was deliberate. It
Yes.
wasn't like they made it and you're like, ah, man, for some reason it just doesn't
shucks.
fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is not so rare. Okay. Orumon, Evo's on top of level 5 with X antibody or Digipolice trait for 4. Has blocker. When Digivolving Fatamer card with the Digipolice trait is this Digimon's Digivolution. Okay, it's missing the word in. Is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon or Tamers to the bottom of the deck. All turns, once per turn, when the Digimon becomes suspended, you may play one Digimon card with the Beast Dragon or Digipolice trait and 5,000 DP or less from your hand without paying the cost.
Okay. It's always nice.
So you can kind of see how those other inheritables, like the level 3 and 4, work with this. Because
Mhm.
now you're just bottom decking anything.
Yeah. This is really nice. I like that.
Seems pretty strong.
It kind of seems like just like a secondary level 6, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I
I still think Brigade Dramon would just be a better level 6 to start with.
agree, but now at least you have a second one that's not Dark
Okay.
Dramon, which you can't really play.
Yeah.
I
want to give it a 4 because it's like it's got removal.
I do too,
Yeah.
and it just
And
plays stuff for
blocker.
free. Blocker, I'll give it a 4.
Yeah. It's doing what Digipolice wants to do and plays bodies out for free. So
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Gizamon, on play, one of your opponent's Digimon gains on deletion, lose 1 memory until the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable, all turns once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is played by an effect, gain 1 memory. So this is the
This is the
beginning
start of
of
Levia.
Levia X line. This is the most excited I am for anything in this set is Levia X, so I'm excited to get you the purple cards.
I give it
Filthy
a.
purple player.
I'll give
I
this.
give it a 3.
Yeah, I give it a 3 as well. This is like whatever.
Yeah, it's middle
Yeah,
of
it's
the
like
road.
middle of the road. Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Candlemon, on deletion, if your opponent has 1 or less memory, draw 1. If your opponent has 1 or more memory, gain 1 memory.
Okay, I guess.
I'll also give this a 3, but this is kind of cool. I like this.
How would this
Yeah.
work with a memory setter? Like they would get
It-
set to 3, and then they would go.
It's
to
on
2.
deletion, bro. It just
I mean, you
depends
have to
on
be
what
able
their
to kill
memory
it.
is at.
Oh,
What you mean?
On deletion. I
Yeah.
missed that part. My bad.
Yeah, it's on deletion.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I'll give
I mean,
it a 3,
if they
but
kill it,
I like the concept.
yeah, if they
Yeah.
kill it, you're just getting a free memory. It's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Or you're drawing one.
yeah, or you're drawing. Either way, it's a pretty good
Yeah.
interaction
Seems cool.
for you.
Demi Devamon. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Myotismon and its text among them to the hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck. If you added a card, trash 1 card in your hand. Inheritable is Retaliation at the level 3 slot.
0 out of 10 does not support Don Debbie.
I think this is kind of what that deck needed, though. That Myotismon, whatever.
You need to
stuff.
turbo it into your trash.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but all joking aside, I said this is probably like a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a
Retail is a level 3 is inheritable.
Yeah.
It's pretty cracked.
I would say it's a very strong level 3, specifically because of the retail inheritable.
Right. Agreed.
That'll be solid in pre-release.
So
Leomon.
Vilemon.
As much as I want to skip this stupid archetype. Evo's on top of level 2 with SOC trait for 0. When attacking, by trashing one card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. If a tamer with the SOC trait is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, draw 1. Inheritable, end of attack. Once per turn, if your opponent has 1 or more memory, gain 1 memory. This is really stupid.
Yeah, it just lets you turbo up. But, I mean, I will say, at least it doesn't, like... You have to have the tamer out already. So it's not as broken as the OG Leomon, where you could just promote, get your tamer out for free, and then OTK from there. But I mean, this... Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Oh. You guys both froze on my end. You're just not moving.
I just was moving.
I just wasn't moving.
Okay, cool. Make me think I'm crazy. But no, I mean, it just lets you turbo up anyway, assuming you already have the tamer. So, yeah, it's a very good card. That's a 4. OG Luga.
I don't like the fact that it lets you spend even more memory to go up into Fen and then maintain turn because of the extra memory gain. Yeah, it's a 4. It's stupid. Vilemon. Blocker. All turns, when you're a Pokemon or Digimon with the Dark Master's trait would leave the battle area other than by one of your effects. By deleting this Digimon, prevent it from leaving play. Man, imagine if you were playing a Pokemon and then you had this. This seems pretty good if a Pokemon wasn't at 1.
Very strong.
They didn't shoot the deck in the foot.
Yeah. I mean, they shot a Pokemon in the foot. They shot the deck in the foot when they didn't limit a Pokemon appropriately to put in the deck.
Yep. They could have just, like, it's so easy to just do a limited, like, ban restriction where if you're playing X, you can't play Y. Like, because the problem was the Garu engine.
The problem was all the stupid stuff you could do with a Pokemon because it doesn't have a restriction.
Yeah. If they would have just printed a Pokemon to where he only interacted with Dark Masters, I don't think it's a huge problem.
I think the deck
fact that we're able
sucks
to
if that's actually what he says, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm just saying he wouldn't get limited to 1 at that point then.
I agree. The issue with doing that is the fact that the only cards that have Dark Masters in their trait are the cards in this set.
Okay, how about you include their names in the text as well? So Puppet,
you could do that. Yeah.
Digimon, Machindra.
I think they probably should have done something like that.
Because the problem is you can tuck cards from the Royal Knight set, like your Craniamons, like your Alphamons, like your Gallantmons, that weren't intended to be in this deck, and it just gives it the most nutty on play. So you have like this jack of all trades. It's like, all right, well, I want to stall you for this turn, so let me tuck a protection effect where I'm unaffected by card effects. Oh, you're about to swing real big. All right, Alphamon, you can't attack. Oh, you have a big dude on the board? Gallantmon, bye.
Yeah, card's broken.
Crazy.
Bakumon.
Yeah, that guy up there was a 4 for me, the Vilemon. It's a super good protection effect.
If you were playing a Pokemon, assuming it wasn't at 1, and you were playing it how the deck was intended, I agree this is also be a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 2 because of what it actually will end up being.
It'll be a 1 because you won't play it because a Pokemon doesn't exist.
Yeah, dead.
Bakumon, when Digivolving / on deletion, draw 1, then trash 1 card in your hand. Inheritable is Retail.
Ooh, also very good. I like that.
Yeah, seems like a 3, I guess, yeah.
I mean, just having the ability to draw 2, discard 1 as a when Digivolving is pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
And then you could just swing with it to get another draw 1, trash 1 if he dies.
Yep.
Where are you getting this? Oh, it's on deletion, my bad.
Yeah.
I read it and missed that part. I was like what? I thought you were making a Garu joke.
Quite a few cards with that.
Yeah. Guessomon, blocker. On play selection, when Digivolving, your opponent may trash 1 Digimon card in their hand if they don't gain 1 memory.
Making him a 1 Evo, okay.
Your turn, when your opponent has no Digimon, this Digimon can't attack. Inheritable, all turns once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is played by an effect, gain 1 memory.
It's okay.
I mean, the thing that stops you from attacking feels bad, but I mean, you're playing Levias, so you're going to try to, like, play cards on their board anyway.
Yeah.
It seems like a 3 to
It's
me.
its entire effect is kind of negated if you're just building and raising. So it's like
Yeah.
The only thing you're really going to care about is probably the inheritable.
the inheritable. Yeah.
I'd agree with 3.
I give it like a 3. Yeah.
Okay. Alugarmon, evolves on top of level 3 with SOC trait for 2. When digivolving / when attacking, by trashing one card in your hand, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. If a tamer with the SOC trait is in this Digimon's evolution cards, draw 1. Oh my god. The inheritable is the same as Lugamon. End of attack once per turn. If your opponent has 1 or more memory, gain 1 memory.
Yeah, just more ways to turbo into Finn and keep turn.
Yeah, whatever. Stupid deck, 4. Moving on.
Dumb.
Yeah, 4. This deck will actually probably see play now that Apocalymon's murdered.
Probably. Myotismon Ace. Blocker. Okay. On play / when digivolving, you may play 1 purple level 3 Digimon card or 1 purple tamer card from your hand without paying the cost.
This is really good for the Mallow deck because you can play the tamer out for free now.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like you can potentially play out the EX1 Demi-Devi that has retaliation. If you have a Myotis on the board, it can attack unsuspended dudes.
I noticed they made this guy a 5 play cost, and I agree with that, considering that it's an unrestricted play purple tamer for free.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree with that.
You could play Mirai for free off this guy.
Ooh, yeah, you could. That's good. I like that.
Give it a 4.
Yeah,
4?
4. Lady Devimon, on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 2 level 6 or higher Digimon cards among them to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of your deck. End of your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon, you may play with Digimon card with Dark Master straight from your hand or in space in your breeding area without paying the cost. Inheritable is Retail.
Yeah, unfortunately,
3.
this is just the Apocalypse card. So
3.
3. Sorry, mommy. I mean, sorry, mommy. Sorry.
All right, anyways. Waru Seedramon. All turns once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon is played by an effect, all of your opponent's Digimon gain on deletion, lose 1 memory until the end of your opponent's turn. When attacking, your opponent plays 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from their trash suspended without paying the cost. Any on-play effects on Digimon played by this effect don't activate. Then you may switch the attack target to that Digimon. Inheritable is Piercing.
Okay, at least this outs the Solarmon interaction. Not Solar, Gatsumon.
It actually doesn't because it's not an on-play. Gatsumon still shuts down the combo.
I was thinking because it switches the attack target to that Digimon.
All of your effects would happen before the attack goes through, so you wouldn't be able to like combo into Leviamon.
Okay, so yeah, just don't let them have Gatsumon in the trash, I guess.
Yeah. I hope your opponent doesn't have one of the guys that keeps you from playing stuff by effects. This seems like a 4, though.
So
like,
bad.
this blanket your opponent's entire field to lose 1 extra memory off Leviamon.
Very good.
And so, like, if you go into Leviamon, you're gaining 2 memory for every Digimon that's deleted.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Seems pretty solid.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Piedmon. On play / when attacking, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Your turn, blah, blah, blah. End of opponent's turn, deletes Digimon. Then you play a Digimon with Dark Master trait other than Piedmon. Inheritable is Retail.
Meh, 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Venom Myotismon, blocker. On play / when digivolving / on deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon.
Yeah, this card sucks.
Yeah, this is like a 2?
What is this, a card from 1.5?
Basically. Level 5 or lower, dude? Come on.
Yeah, give me a 1 for this. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
You have so many better Venom Myotismons, Mallow Myotismons that you'd play over that.
Yeah.
I do like the art, though. The art goes hard.
Art is cool. He's a big
Yeah.
boy.
Not as good as this next one.
Yeah, this is a regular super rare and it looks like an altar. This is beautiful.
The altar is sick.
Leviamon X Antibody. Evo's on top of Leviamon for 2. Otherwise, you're paying 6 memory to Evo into this guy. Trash, all turns. When an opponent's Digimon or Tamer is played by an effect, one of your Leviamon or one of your Digimon with X Antibody in its evolution cards may digivolve into this card from your trash without paying the cost. Security attack +2. And then when Digivolving, if your opponent has as many or more Digimon and Tamers as you, delete one of your opponent's Tamers, then delete one of your opponent's level 3, level 5, and level 7 Digimon.
Sheesh.
So it combos here with this guy. You have X antibody in your sources, you swing, make them play a dude, Evo into this guy, nuke a whole bunch of stuff, and then run over whatever they played if it wasn't deleted by his effect, and pierce for 3 checks.
Sheesh.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, this card's a 5. Both the Leomon cards are just insane.
The fact you
Easy.
can now like play them from trash as well, because correct me if I'm wrong, but can't you also use Biting Crush on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is 5. Easy.
Yeah, this
Say less.
stupid card. It's a Sora memory setter, first of its kind. Congratulations, Sora fans. All turns.
So condescending.
I'm being genuine, dude. I don't have a dog in that
No,
fight.
you're not. Stop it.
The way you said that.
I don't like Sora from the series. She's kind of whiny, but all the kids are kind of whiny, so they all get on my nerves. All turns, when a red Digimon card is returned from your trash to the hand, by returning this tamer to your hand, you may play one red Digimon card with Avian, Bird, Beast, Animal, or Sovereign other than sea animal in one of its traits, and 13,000 DP or less from your hand without paying the cost.
So close.
For each of your opponent's security cards, subtract 2,000 from the DP of the card you can play with this effect. So close to being okay.
Oh man, they had me in the first half.
They did, dude, and they were like, you thought.
Hold on. So for like the more security your opponent has, like the worse this card is, right?
Yes.
Basically.
So like yellow is just like, hey, that's a dead card on the board.
Yeah, yellow's like,
Sorry, I have a
LOL,
case.
your deck does nothing.
Yeah. That's dumb.
I'm gonna give this a 2.
I'll give it a 2 as well. Congratulations
Sorry,
on
Sora
getting a
fans.
memory setter, Sora fans.
Yeah,
It
sorry,
sucks.
you're
It
not
sucks a little
eating.
bit.
It'd be better if like the Phoenix had like Rush, right? Like that'd be cool.
It would be better if there was no if this
Minus
last
2000.
sentence
Yeah.
wasn't there and it gave it rush.
Yep.
Matt Ashita on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your
Boo.
deck. Add one card with Gabumon or Garurumon in its name among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Your turn, when your Digimon effect adds a card to your hand by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. Dude, this pisses me off. We just got BT14 Tai Kamiya, and that card is trash. And this card is
card's
amazing. Screw you, Bandai.
Guys, I'm getting it now. Okay, so like
This
you
card
raise-
sucks.
You promote, and then you activate this card. You add something, boom, all turns 1,000 DP, 5 out of 5 card.
I'm telling you, the Sunamon, dude, the Sunamon, man.
The interaction with Sumamon is insane. 5.
Nah, but genuinely, this card is actually very.
This
very
card
good.
is a 5, and it pisses me off because it's right after we got the the tie. That's super bad.
I'm telling you, it's because of BT12. It's 100,000% because of
They
BT12.
just don't give us a Greymon line. I would rather them not have given us a
trash.
line than give us the cards they gave us in BT14.
They give you trash cards.
Yeah.
Just
Just
look
take a
at
break
him
from
and
giving
his-
us Greymon support. I get it. Don't give us mid cards.
His stupid brown gloves. Who even wears brown gloves?
Yeah, dude, his fashion sense is
stupid.
non-existent. He needs to talk to Mimi.
He's got this guy. All right, yeah, just move on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Kari Kamiya. It is a memory setter. When an effect trashes this card from your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's turn. It is a memory setter, and then all turns, when an effect removes a card from your security stack, by suspending this tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's turn. Good-
I kind of thought it
good
was gonna
luck
play
killing
itself
this
from
person.
being trashed.
I expected it to also play itself from trash, but
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of a balancing.
Yeah.
Because it getting anything when it's being trash is pretty good. I feel like it's going to be very hard to kill people playing this deck.
Yeah.
It's gonna be annoying.
Yes, that
it's-
would be a word I
it's
would
a-
use.
I'm gonna say a 3.
I'm going to also say a
So-
3. I think the rest of this deck makes this card like decent.
Yeah.
I don't think
very
it's
good.
like crazy by itself.
Because, like, you can just have a card with barrier sitting on the field, and because that effect trashes a card, you're basically like, hey, sorry, you can't get any security checks this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Get screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that score.
Izzy, a memory setter. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, by suspending this tamer, switch the target of the attack to one of your suspended Digimon with the Insectoid trait.
I would like this a lot more if it also gave them a DP bonus when you did this.
I agree. I think it's odd that it doesn't. Because, like, you're not going to be that big on their turn.
Yeah.
I think it's because a lot of the other line, like outside of just this line, does give
the old
DP.
stuff.
Yeah, like it's not like 1,000 like Sunamon. It's like 2,000.
It's like real DP buffs.
I think it's better than a lot of the other Izzies we have. I don't think it's like groundbreaking. I'd give it like a 3.
I would agree with your statement, but most of the Izzies we have are pretty suboptimal.
Yeah, are trash. Yeah.
Yeah, except for Black.
I see what they're going for. Like, it's like, hey, at least we don't have to have blocker, right? We can just like redirect everything.
It has to be suspended.
Yeah. It's like a board control thing.
I'll give it a 3. It's pretty disappointing when this is like the first like attempt at support they've given that deck since like EX1.
Yeah,
so
forever.
Yeah.
Like comparing it to the Gabumon.
Yeah, like what is this? Like, this is in the same set as this.
And
this deck already has plenty of support.
Guys, look at the Sora.
We should have got a few sets ago.
Yeah,
relook at the
she
Sora.
Sucks too.
Relook at the Sora.
You're right. Yeah.
I also don't really like this Marvin. I think it's one of these two tamers I kind of just don't like.
All right,
well, this is the SOC one, so
Marvin Jackson, security play it obviously. Start your main phase by trashing one card with the Machine, Cyborg, or SOC trait in your hand. Gain 1 memory. Main mind link to one of your Digimon with the Machine, Cyborg, or SOC trait. And then inheritable. All turns while this Digimon has the Machine, Cyborg, SOC trait, this Digimon gains jamming and blocker. End of all turns, you may play one Marvin Jackson from the Digimon's evolution cards without paying the cost.
Yeah, that's kind of
Marvin. Yeah,
I mean, you could play this in Machine Digimon if you were so inclined.
Yeah,
but
jamming blocker.
The deck's already so tight. Like, where am I gonna play this?
To the battle area, obviously, it's a tamer.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not cutting analogs.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying, like, if for some reason you just don't have analogs, maybe you put this guy in
you can play Marvin.
You're a budget player. You don't want to pick it up.
You don't want to pay the $2 that it'll cost you for each analog man.
Shipping. You know, you pay for some cards on TCG Player almost a month ago. They still haven't shown up. What's up with that?
This sounds like it. It's a real thing that happened to you.
Still waiting on them.
Have you contacted them?
Well, I'm waiting for the...
I was about to say, yeah, once you hit the shipping...
date.
Yeah, the estimated shipping date, you reach out to them, and then if they don't respond, you just hit up TCG Player, and they're like, here's your money back. 2? Question mark?
Yeah, he's like a 2 or a 3.
He'll get more support later, but for now, it's not hitting.
I think he's better in... because it's... No, hold on.
You play him in Leomon. Yeah, you either play him in Leomon or Machine Digimon, I think.
Yeah, I'll give him like a 3.
Okay. I don't think you play him in either deck.
I don't think so either. But it's like you guys said, like maybe, you don't have analogs. Like,
I'm not going to bump my rating up because someone can't afford to buy $2 rares.
Can't buy the card.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's a 2. You don't even play him.
Now, maybe if you gave an extra 1,000 DP...
Hold on. It is... I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
It is. You're right. I already know what you're going to say. Yeah. So inclusive. Zhu Yulin. Securities play the card, obviously. It's a memory setter. Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Main, you can mind link it to one of your X antibody or Digipolice Digimon. Inheritables. All turns while this Digimon has X antibody or Digipolice trait, this Digimon gains Alliance and Reboot. End of all turns, you may play it without paying the cost. So they're giving Commandramon Alliance.
Yeah.
That is a big oof.
Yeah. I like it
even
about
play
as
the
much
old
as them
tamer
giving
now?
Lucamon Alliance.
Like, does this just hard replace the other tamer?
Yeah.
I think it does, because the other one just gives you reboot, doesn't it? Reboot and jamming, I
Yeah.
Reboot
think.
and jamming. Like, what do you need reboot and jamming for in that deck when you have Alliance?
Yeah, I think you just play this.
Brigade, you digivolve into Brigademon, spawn out like 3 bodies, and you're like, okay, well,
Well, I guess
Alliance.
deal with it, you know?
Yeah, this card seems like a 4 to me.
yeah, I like
that's a
this
4
card. It's a
easy.
4. There's just no way to play it out for free like there is with the other one, but
Yeah,
it's just like this card gives you so much. It's like, do you care?
Was there a Numemon that said something about her?
No, I don't think in this.
No. Okay.
The Numemon from 14 interacts with it.
It doesn't interact with her, I don't think. I thought it interacted with the other one by name.
I think it
Yeah,
just
it's
has to have Digipolice and traits, doesn't it?
No, I swear it's her name specifically.
I'll look at it while we get to the next one.
Hold
The
on.
next one.
Well, I was gonna say while you guys are looking at the next card, I'll pull it
Next
up.
card. I was just
There is no more cards.
No, there's more cards. Unfortunately.
What? What
We
more
haven't even touched the
cards?
secret rares.
Oh, the 2 secret wares? Yeah, where were
These.
they?
I'm also
They're
looking.
at the bottom of the
I just
page.
haven't scrolled to them.
Oh.
I'm looking at the Numemon as well. Nah, it says it
Yeah,
by
it does
name.
specify her name.
So yeah, you just don't play that card anymore, I guess. Where's BT15?
Yeah, I guess
Where'd she
not.
go?
I mean, if you're playing the other line from this set, I don't think you have to.
Yeah, I mean you don't. You're not playing her anymore, so there's no reason. Okay.
We haven't even touched the options yet.
Oh yeah,
either.
we haven't even gotten to the
Oh,
options.
yeah.
Yeah, Chris, what are you smoking?
I mean, he's smoking the same thing I was smoking because I also thought we were about to go to the secrets. Twin Wings of Love. Main. You may play 1 red tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying the cost. Then if you have a tamer with Sora, Takanochi in its name, return 1 red Digimon card from your trash to the hand. Security. You may play 1 Beomon from your hand or trash without paying its cost and add this card to your hand.
I'd rather play this in a Shine deck than a...
That's what I was
baby
thinking.
deck.
I was like, you can just play cheap tamers off this card.
That's like the best card in that entire deck.
It is.
The problem is the security effect is really bad.
I mean, it just goes to your hand. Even if
No,
you're
I
not
mean, you
playing
get to-
Beomon, who cares?
You get to play your Beomon, you discard the Bergermon or whatever, and then you digivolve into the Bergermon, you have that card back, yada yada yada.
Yeah, I don't like how this deck plays. It's dumb.
I actually like this card. I think this is like, you're basically playing a 2-cost tamer, so I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, except for that Sora is just going to bounce herself back to your hand.
That's optional.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'll give it a strong 3. I don't know if I want to give it a 4.
If this was in any other deck, this would be a 5 out of 5.
I agree, but
Too bad it's in that deck.
unfortunately, it has the words Beomon and Sora Takanochi on it.
Imagine
so
this was like an Agumon card where it says play an Agumon card and then
if
add
this
to
was
your hand.
if this said play a Marcus Damon from your hand without
that'd
paying
be
the cost.
awesome. That'd be too
And then
good.
if you have Marcus Damon in play, return a Greymon card from your trash to hand, and then securities play an Agumon and add to hand. Yeah, this would be a 5, but unfortunately
Yeah.
it doesn't say those, so it's a 3.
If they did that, that 4-cost Marcus would probably be hit to 1.
Yo, chill out, dude. He did nothing wrong.
Relax.
Meteor Wing, delete one of... So it's a 4-cost option. It starts out really strong, though. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 15,000 DP or less. For each of your opponent's security cards, subtract 2,000 from the maximum this DP based leash effect can delete.
Okay, that makes sense.
5K.
No, hold on.
5K turn 1.
Hold on.
Man.
Hold on. It makes sense because think about it. This is only a 4-cost.
Stop
So like
trying.
late game, this would be kind of like okay.
Stop trying.
If you play against
Please.
Yellow Vaccine, which from the looks of it is
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
no,
tier
this
1
card's
this
bad.
format, this
That-
card is
that
going
card's
to do literally nothing.
Yeah, please stop trying.
Yeah. It's if they just deleted that last sentence off of the
I didn't
card.
hear anything after delete something with 15,000 DP, so this is like a 5 out of 5.
I
for
mean,
me.
it would be if it were a 4-cost option that just deleted a 15,000 DP or lower.
It's like a 2, right?
I'm gonna give it a 2. If you don't play against Yellow Vaccine and you whittle them down, this is pretty strong. But other than that, it's meh.
Yeah.
Foxfire, 4-cost option. Main, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. If you have a Digimon with Gabumon or Garurumon in its name, return one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to the hand instead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah,
It's still kind of mid. I'd say it's a 3.
It's essentially the 4-cost option we got for Greymon, Tribal, and BT14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of mid.
Yeah, I don't even think... I mean, I think this is probably a 2. I don't think you play this.
No,
yeah,
you don't.
It's a 2.
Yeah.
Maybe one day when we hit Bond again, because you can use it when Bond is on the board.
I guess, but like... I still don't
But why?
think... I still don't
Yeah.
think you
Why?
play it.
Yeah, but why?
Anyways.
Wolf of Friendship. While you have a tamer with Madashita in its name, you may ignore the color requirements. Main, by placing one Garu and Were-Garu from your trash as a bottom resolution card of one of your Gabumon. That Digimon may warp Evo into Metal Garurumon in your hand, ignoring blah blah blah. Security, you may play a Gabumon from your hand or trash without paying the cost and add this card to your hand.
So this is already just better than the Greymon option of that option card because Garu has trash manipulation.
I agree. It's stupid.
So we can just stop there. It's actually, like, technically speaking, playable in the deck.
Although I don't think you play it.
No, I don't think you do either. I mean, this is probably, like, okay for, like, re-upping. Like, oh, my stat.
It's a comeback card.
Yeah. It's
Like Kim Kardashian in that one video.
That's right.
Yeah. If you played
comeback
this in a
story.
Garu deck, it's probably a one of.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. It's obviously better than the War Greymon equivalent, but the War Greymon equivalent is basically unplayable.
Unplayable.
It just goes against everything that deck wants to do because that deck wants to obviously be super aggressive and here's like, well, if you're not, here's a come from the back, like
Yeah, this is like a grind card.
so it's like a 3, yeah.
I do appreciate how hitting it out of security sets it up to be used.
Mhm.
Just pray for the love of God you're not playing against Leviamon.
Oh my god. It is optional to play the Gabumon. You can choose not to.
Oh yeah, fair. Okay, thank God.
Ideally, you would choose not to if your opponent has...
Right.
Yeah.
Is that a Biden crush down there?
Yeah. Hey, what are your effects over there? What happens if I play something?
Yeah, you got a Levi X and trash set up.
Yeah, I'll just add this to my hand. All right, we're good, you.
Yeah,
Alright, yeah, we're good. We're good.
All
Chill,
right.
chill.
Revolution of Light. When an effect trashes this card from your security stack, activate this card's security effect. Main, search your security stack. You may play one level 4 or lower yellow Digimon card among them without paying the cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If you have a tamer with Karikumi in its name, place this card at the top of your security stack. Security. All of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 5,000 GP until the end of your turn.
That's pretty good.
This card's kind of insane.
For real.
This is literally a ruin mode out of security that you recover by just activating it.
Yeah, imagine you already have ruin mode out, and your opponent's like, oh, okay, well, if I swing, that's double ruin mode. And then the next turn, they swing with ruin mode. And then you're like, okay, well, if I swing, that's double ruin mode. That card.
This card
Is it good enough to be 5
God, I'm gonna
out
have
of
to edit
5?
that. Dang it, Brandon.
What did he say?
You dropped an F-bomb.
Dang it!
Full unbridled F-bomb.
Okay, 3 hours.
This card deserves it.
I'll have to
Any
remember
card that gives me PTSD of ruin mode deserves it.
This is a 4 for me. This card seems pretty insane. Actually, I think this is a 5.
Don't even. Yeah, I think it is a 5. Don't even edit it out, Sean. Just put the beep. Beep.
Beep. I don't beep. I just mute the audio on those.
Oh.
All right.
Lame.
Celestial Arrow. 5-cost option. Main. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 GP for the turn. Then, by trashing the top or bottom card of your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 GP for the turn. Security, activate this card's main effect.
It's 5 cost. Jesus.
So it's minus 12,000 DP for 5 memory.
Jesus.
And you don't even like if they just have a 6,000 DP Digimon on the field, you don't even have to trigger the second part of the effect.
Yeah, you don't even have to touch it. Because, like, you could trash so many cards from your security and just get extra stuff for it. Like,
You could
your opponent could hit this, and you could have earlier set up a Kari in your security, know it's there, trash the Kari, and give it a different body on their board negative security check.
you can activate this card and then trash this card from security.
Yup.
So it's blanket minus 5k, and this is minus 12k on something. So like that's killing any one thing, or two 11k bodies for 5 memory.
Nuking a board.
Yeah. This card's a 4. This card's really good,
Yeah, 4.
but it's like its interaction with this card's pretty stupid.
Yeah. I love those two cards together are pretty nutty.
Also, its interaction, if you have a standing Magna, or not Magna, but Angelomon Ace,
Arafi. Oh, okay.
is also another minus 6k for trashing, so it's minus 18k. This seems pretty dumb, dude. Yellow Dominance returning, let's go. Super Shocker, interesting. Main, suspend a level 6 or lower Digimon. One of your Digimon with the Insectoid trait gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Security, activate this card's main effect, then add this card to your hand.
Okay, so in this set, just to get extra DP, you have to use an option card?
Yes.
That feels real bad.
It does feel really bad. That makes this deck
that's not
super...
true. The Mega Kabuterimon has TP.
Yeah, your level 5 can give it to you for 1 turn.
Mm-hmm.
This deck seems very clunky, just from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. This is like a 2 for me.
Agreed. I think you might have to play it in the deck, which makes it even worse. But yeah, it's like a 2.
I mean, at least it suspends it as well. It's not just some like, oh, this is just DP.
What's
Some, like 1.5 cards looking like.
What sucks is this is a non-optional suspension of 1 Digimon. So like, if they don't have anything on the field, if you want to buff one of your guys, it suspends it.
You're screwed.
Yeah. It's like you can't even buff it and then swing at their security because it just suspends your Digimon. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. Clash of Knowledge. Main, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Hey, cool. They made it opponent's Digimon on this one. Then, if you have a tamer with Izzy Azumi in its name, one of your opponent's Digimon gains on deletion. Trash the top card of your security stack until the end of your opponent's turn. Security, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then add this card to the hand.
See, I feel like that on deletion trash the security card, that should literally just be like
His effect
in the line.
Yeah, I agree.
That's so mid.
Such a waste.
These option cards are nice, but it should just be effects of the Digimon already.
Yeah, they're just making
have to play additional cards to do this.
Yeah, they're making the deck clunkier than it needs to be by forcing you to play stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 2 as well.
Get it out of here.
Yeah.
2.
Ooh, black and white. I like that.
Supreme Connection. Main, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the machine or cyborg trait among them to your hand. And trash 1 card with the machine or cyborg trait among them. Return the rest to the top of the deck. Then place this card in the battle area. Main, delay. You may play 1 level 5 or higher Digimon card with the machine or cyborg trait from your hand with its cost reduced by 3. Security, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1. It just does the same thing as the main effect. It just doesn't have the delay part. It does go to delay, but yeah.
So this is Chris. Remember you were complaining a while ago that Luga is getting a delay option that does both the main effect and delay. Machine Dramon gets it first.
Yes, but Machine Dramon needs it, not Luga.
That is true.
I objectively believe Machine Dramon has received too much support.
What?
I mean, we're getting access to 2 level 5s that access Digivolve as an inheritable.
Okay. That's fair. Fair and balanced.
I'm stopping right there. I'm not going to keep going. That's already enough.
This card's incredible. So this just replaces any other search options you'd be playing in the deck, right?
Yep. Black Mem Boost is just probably out.
Yeah. No trainings, no Black Mem Boost. You just play 4 of these. Yeah.
I mean, the problem is you can't stack them.
It's a 4.
I mean, you can't, but who cares? You don't need to.
Yeah, who cares?
Because this doesn't bot deck your analog mans either, because it top decks everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's a 5 then, because it does just top deck the analog mans.
I'm going to give it a very strong 4. I don't think it's like a 5, but it is a very strong card.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Oh my god, you can just play Machine
It's
Digimon
just that
off
it's-
this. I just realized.
Yeah, it's just that it's a
Level 5 or
5.
higher.
It's a search of 5. You know what I mean?
Okay, this is
Like
a
I
5.
like I like
take that back.
Yeah, I like seeing 5 cards. And it's like you said, you can play Machine Digimon off of this.
So you can play EX1 Machinedra for what, 4 memory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say I would appreciate it a little more, just to make it a little more broken, of course, is if you could cards to top or bottom of deck, so you could get rid of potential breaks that you don't want to see.
I agree. I'm surprised it didn't give you the option there, but that would have been one thing that would have improved this card.
Yeah. I mean, it's already very good.
Yeah, it didn't need anything else.
It fixed the issue too of where it's like, oh, I only have 1 memory, I can't play the EX1 Machine Digimon. You're like, nah, I can definitely play it.
Yeah, that's right. If they choke you to 1, you can still trigger this effect to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, with that context, I think I'm going up to a 5 as well.
Yeah. Ultimate Slice. Main by trashing 1 Digimon card with the Machine, Cyborg, or SOC trait in your hand. Delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers with the lowest play cost. Security activate main effect.
I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, I feel like the effect is a little redundant. I feel like the Machine Digimon deck is already pretty good at removing Tamers and, clearing bodies off the board. I don't think they're going to have a huge problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
it's a security bomb you can play now.
there's just no space in the deck for it.
Yeah, I think this card costs too much memory
Yeah.
for what it
I
does.
think if it was like a 4 cost.
Even then, like, I think it probably should have been a 3 cost, but at that point, I think it would have been too good.
Yeah. Because if they only have a 4 cost Tamer on the board, you're like,
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 3, I guess.
Yeah, 3 seems fair.
Yeah.
Middle of the road.
Fog Barrier. Main, by deleting 1 of your Digimon, you may play 1 Myotismon from your trash without paying the cost. Then place this card into your battle area. All turns when your Myotismon is deleted, delay. You may play 1 Venom Myotismon from your trash without paying the cost. Security, place this card in your battle area.
That's very good for the Myotis deck.
yeah.
My
very
big
good.
issue is the delay effect only plays Venom Myotis. If you could also follow, this card would be way more cracked.
If it said level 6 with Myotismon in its name, it would have been like probably a 5 because
Very
it
good.
plays BT8 Mallow for free. But
Yeah. But with that restriction in mind, I'd say 3.
Yeah.
3.
yeah, it's had potential, but they were like Venom Myotismon. Venom Infusion. Main, by trashing 1 Digimon card in your hand, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with a level less than or equal to the card trashed. If you trash a card with Myotismon and its text, draw 2. Security activate main effect.
See, that's what I'm talking about. The card's actually cracked. It doesn't specify any specific type of Myotis, so that could be played in the Mallow deck. It's a draw 2, and you get to pop something, so you can trash the Mallow to pop a level 6 to draw 2. That's really good.
I was really like, dang, I would play this in Leviamon, and then it had the Myotismon like draw card effects. I was like, damn, never mind.
So
I mean, you
close.
could still play it in Leviamon if you wanted to, just to get the
Get the draw
Leviamons in
too.
the trash. Because I mean, it's still a bomb they can just blow things up with.
It still blows something up, yeah.
I'll give this a 4. This seems pretty strong for
it's
the
a
deck.
4.
All right, 7th Lightning. Let's go.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
All turns. When one of your Digimon digivolves into Leviamon X Antibody, by returning this card to the bottom of the deck, delete 1 of your opponent's level 4 and level 6 Digimon. Main, by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete 1 of your opponent's level 4 and level 6 Digimon. Security, activate the main effect. So, for anyone keeping track, Leviamon
That's
X
everything.
deletes a Tamer, a level 3, a level 5, and a level 7, I believe.
Yep.
And then his option deletes the 4 and the 6 gap that he leaves.
So you could pop literally anything.
Yes. One of
And then
each
let's
thing.
not also forget regular Leviamon.
Yeah, also regular Leviamon
Pretty
is...
nutty.
Yeah, this card's a 5.
Pretty nutty.
Yeah, this card's insane.
I can't wait to see how expensive the pre-release copies will be. At least it'll already be foil.
Yeah, it's already a rare, so it'll probably be a little expensive because it's also probably played in Beelstar.
Yep, because it's 7 cost.
But once the Garu engine gets hit at the beginning of March, Beelstar is dead again for the time being.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a 5 though. This card's insane.
Yep.
Metal Garurumon, secret rare. Evil's on top of level 5 with Garu and name for 4. While you have a tamer with Madashita in its name and your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, one of your Gabumon may digivolve into this card in your hand for the Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring requirements. Has evade. When digivolving, 3 of your opponent's Digimon and tamers can't suspend until the end of your opponent's turn. All turns once per turn. When this Digimon becomes suspended, you may unsuspend this Digimon.
Yeah, this card is a Power Crept starter deck 2 Melga.
Yeah.
Because he'll unsuspend, which is what we've been needing from Metal Garus. Because so far the only Metal Garu that unsuspends is X Antibody.
That's right. You guys don't unsuspend enough. You needed more.
We needed more. He stuns cards, which is insane. Because now it's like, oh, you have all those Marcuses on the board. Good thing they can't swing. I mean, you can't even use Shine to suspend them.
Mm-mm.
It straight just locks them out. And then he has evade, which is not the best protection effect, but I'll take it.
It's better than nothing, which is what you had before.
Yeah. Now we have battle protection and at least 1 layer of card effect protection. I'll take it. Give it to me all day.
And this card comes out the set after BT15 with the secret War Greymon.
Yep.
Yeah, keep going. Come on, I want to drink the salt.
So this is a 4. Screw Garu Tribal. Apocalypse. Surely this card's balanced, right?
Yeah.
When this card will be played, by placing up to 3 cards with Dark Master trait and different names from your battle area or trash under this card, reduce the play cost by 4 for each card placed. End of your turn once per turn by placing 1 level 6 or lower card from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. Activate one of the on-play effects of the card placed by this Digimon's effect. Then for each level 6 card in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, trash the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. So, if you just
I see no problems with the card.
If you just read this card, it seems like it's pretty, like, whatever. But apparently that's not the case.
In practice,
combined with all kinds of other broken stuff, this just becomes a mill your opponent deck that is hyper consistent and super quick. And this is the first secret rare. This is the first thing we've ever gotten above a rare that's been hit on the ban list. Anubis was also joined as a super rare, but they got hit on the same ban list.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, card. They really should have maybe proofread it before printing it.
I mean, even knowing what it does, I'm reading the card and I'm like, how did they get there?
It just doesn't make sense.
If it just would have stayed in its archetype, if it only interacted with Pied, Seadra, Machindra, and Puppet, we're chill. We're cooking. It's fine. But the fact it can generically grab any 6 with an on-play effect...
Any level 6 or lower.
That tucks cards like from 1.0 and 1.5 that haven't been touched in ages. Like, imagine a Volcanic Dramon. That's hilarious. You wouldn't do it, but you could. Magnadramon, you wouldn't do it, but you could.
You could play
hey, you put me down to a few security? Let me tuck Magnadramon under this thing.
You could play the dragons from the Dragon Link deck from EX3.
Yeah, the 4 Great Dragons deck.
No, not the 4 Great Dragons. The, like...
No.
The
metallic Dramon.
Yeah, that guy and the Volcanic Dramon from that set.
You could play the 4 Sovereigns. You could play the Deva deck in this.
Yeah, you could do whatever you wanted.
I don't think you would play those cards because of overflow, but...
The possible interactions you could have with this card was a mistake to be printed in the first place.
It's literally endless.
Yeah.
Like, the Japanese player base took this card and said, bet, we are going to run nothing but this because it is the ultimate toolbox.
Yeah, this card was with the way they printed it, it was destined to have extremely unfair interactions. It was only a matter of time before people realized what those were. So it was one-way ticket to the ban list for sure.
This card was so broken that Japan lived for 2 months with a potential infinite turn-ending combo not being discovered because this deck existed and nobody was looking at other cards.
Yeah.
Like, because they had EX5, a month or two before BT15 dropped? And that's all you had access to, all you needed to have access to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they already had the Zubamon.
I don't know. I do know that they actually lost a lot of players in Japan because of this deck.
Yeah, it straight tanked the card game. They had to hit it.
Mm-hmm. And they had to hit it preemptively for... I mean, we're going to technically have it for 2 weeks, but who's going to build this deck just to troll their locals?
Who's going to go out of their way to get a full play set of this card just to troll locals?
Yeah, because you're not playing this. This is not going to be legal for any major tournaments. Like, you're only just screwing over the people that come to your locals.
Just be a dick.
Yeah, so like, are you gonna be that guy? I mean, you can. No one's stopping you, but like, yeah, this card's stupid. Mistake, Bandai.
You gotta do it for the content.
Yeah, this card being at 1, I think is fine. I still think Anubis needs to go to 0 because it's purple.
Yeah, yep. I mean, just imagine like, oh, you saw the one of, yeah, I guess you win.
Yep, exactly.
With Apocalypse, like, I don't feel like that would be as egregious if they saw their one of. Because you can't play the deck like it used to be played. Oh, God, dude, that card is such a mistake.
I agree. That was straight up error.
Like, I think this is a huge lesson to be learned from what they're doing. Like, because if the Garu X antibody line would have been archetype specific, I don't think it realistically was like needed to be touched. The Garu X probably still would have been hit, but I don't think you would have seen a lot of that deck getting hit.
I think the Garu X needs to get hit too. I think they missed a card. I think that entire line needs to get hit. Yeah,
the Garu X is so underrated. Like,
yeah,
I saw people cutting it to like a 2 of in their deck, a 1 of in the deck.
It lets you unsuspend.
Do you remember the comment we had where the guy was like, "You just don't know the matchup," and his explanation for me not knowing the matchup was play BT9 Garu X. Like, you want me to play an objectively worse card just so I can bounce 1 extra level 4?
He was right, though. You didn't know the matchup. You should have gone into a level 6. If you only have one thing on the field, even if they play Leviamon, it does nothing to you. Because if they play it off the Anubis. Huh?
I mean, the Leviamon pops it.
Not if they play the Leviamon off of Anubis. If you don't have any tamers out, the Leviamon doesn't trigger.
Oh, fair enough.
And they have no interactions with your level 6 Digimon, besides being able to raid retail into it if they happen to have that.
I had Saberdramon. I'm pretty sure, irregardless in that situation, I was screwed, but...
Probably, but you were super screwed by just leaving it at a level 5.
Yeah, not going into the 6.
Yeah. Man, Chris is about to pass out over there.
Dude, yeah, it's late for us.
Dude,
I can't wait to go to day shift.
I'm tired.
All right, moving on.
Day shift is going to be so nice.
We're going to go to comment question before Chris leaves us.
Before he's sleepy.
Dude,
I'm already gone.
Yeah, clearly. He passed out. All right, so if you guys want your questions answered, just comment them and we'll answer them next week. Adaptive reasoning brought up a good point, which we didn't think about last week. So we're going to have some combined sets. At least 2 sets are going to be combined based on what Bandai has said. How scared are we about the pull rates? Then you mentions like the pull rates out of like 1.0 and 1.5, which obviously if you've been playing long enough, you know that it was pretty difficult to pull any one super out of those sets, and even rares were hard to pull. Like you might pull one of a particular rare out of a box.
Like there's a reason the original Davis stayed as like a $10 plus card for as long as it did.
Yeah, a lot of rares and supers from those first two sets that we got were expensive just because of how hard it was to pull them.
Yeah, so like getting into this card game at the very beginning, there was actually a price gap. Like, oh, you wanted to play like Omni, the tier 1 deck? Yeah, sorry, Omni's like 60, 100, like sometimes 150, 200 for the alt art.
When I showed up to my first locals with Red Omni, I think the regular art Omnimons were still like pushing $100.
Yeah. But honestly, I think we're so far into the game right now, I don't think that specifically is going to be a huge issue. And as far as pull rates go, if they're smart about it, we were talking about this a little bit before we started recording the pod. Like, if they're smart about it, they just increase our hits in a box. Almost kind of like Sean was saying earlier, an EX set where we get like this many secrets, alt arts with an increase of our supers as well. I think that's probably the best way to do it.
I think
The only way.
I think they probably would need to cut down on commons and uncommons out of the packs and increase the rare count, and maybe even make it to where you can pull a second super. I don't know about that, but at least increase the rare count, and then increase the super count and the alt art count and the potential secret count in a box. Because even if they just increase the supers and like the alt arts and secrets, like you're still going to have a hard time pulling rares.
Yeah,
Right.
rares are going to be hurting.
Yeah. So I think they're going to have to look into a way to keep that from happening. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was when we first got into the game, because the supply chain issues were what caused everything to be super inflated.
Mhm.
That was also bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think having it to where like if you have a hit in your pack, you still get 2 rares?
I think so. I think that would be a step in the right direction.
So like the rare would take the place of a uncommon or common. Get another rare and then a super hit.
I'm thinking you have guaranteed 3 rares per pack, and then potential for a super hit, and then increase the super hits per box, and then do just EX set rules for alt arts and potential secret. I think something like that would be good for a combined
I still think you should at least have a guaranteed secret rare in a box.
Well, we don't even have that now.
I think the normal sets, right?
Nope, never. That's never been a thing. It's 2 alt art / secret hits per box in regular sets. It's never been a guaranteed one or the other.
Yeah. I think it's definitely it would be tricky, but if they're smart about it and they actually care, there's ways to go about it.
Yeah. Ideally, they do something like that. If they don't, it won't be the end of the world. It'll make rares and supers a little inflated. Like, well, any good rare will probably be like $5.
Yeah, $5.
Because it'll be basically like maybe 1 per box, like it was in 1.0 and 1.5 days.
Yeah.
And
Which even then, $5 is not bad.
It's not, if relative to other card games. For the Digimon card game, it's pretty expensive for a rare.
Yeah. I was about to say, for us, it's expensive, but...
And then super rares, depending on what they are, they could be pretty expensive, but none of them are going to be like over $100 like Omnimon and stuff like that were back in the day.
Ruin mode.
Ruin mode's its own thing. The issue with ruin mode is the set it comes out of is super bad. So like,
but it itself is so good.
Yeah, it itself is so good. So like, people aren't cracking cases of alternative being to pull ruin mode, so the price is just getting inflated because people aren't pulling them.
Yeah. But also, I don't think the set is going down in price either because
ruin mode's in it. Yeah, that's the issue. If the set ever gets to a point where people are start cracking open cases again, the ruin modes will drop.
Yeah, because right now you can buy a booster box for actually only $53, which isn't bad.
How much is a case?
A case is sitting at $620.
I mean, that's actually not that bad. I think you could probably make money off of a case being that cheap.
Yeah.
Because you're most likely going to pull at least 4 ruin modes. Whether they're alt art or non-alt is a different thing. But like, actually, I don't know. Now that I say that.
Regular art is actually sitting at more expensive than alt art right now. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be pushing it. It would depend heavily on how many ruin modes you pulled, whether or not you would make money on a 620 case after tax and stuff.
I mean, heck, even the chase alts of the Altaress and the Zwart are both super cheap.
Yep.
$30 for the Altaress and $25 for the Zwart defeat.
Yep. Yeah, those cards are cheap, and you're not even guaranteed to pull either one of those cards.
Yep.
Yeah,
The Altar B Secret Rare is probably the worst thing you could pull for Secret Rare because that's $15. Normal art is only $9.
Yeah. Like the set is effectively worthless besides ruin mode.
Yeah. Like imagine you pull like the Alliance Mega Gargamon as your alt art and like Victory Greymon and Z Garurumon, dude, I'd throw it. I'd cry.
That Z Garurumon should never have been printed. It's so stupid.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's literally worse than the one we got in BT4.
You can buy regular rares for more than this Z Garurumon alt art. His alt art is going for 45 cents right now.
Oh yeah, dude. That card is unplayable.
So bad. Anyway. But yeah, I think they just have to be really smart about how they go about it. Unfortunately, I don't think they will be. I think they're just going to do a 1.5, 1.0 situation where it's a normal box with double the card amount. Given
their track history, I won't be surprised if we just get a 1.0 situation. I'm just hoping that they're smart enough to realize what that would do for the secondary market, which they
don't care about.
No, they're definitely aware of the secondary market prices because they do try to reprint cards that are a little expensive. They do. Don't make that face. That's a fact.
I mean, have you seen the event packs, dude?
I'm talking about them trying to mass reprint cards that are expensive. I'm not talking about them printing high rarity versions. I'm talking about like easily accessibles. Well, yeah, clearly.
Still waiting on a Daru X foil.
Like Pulsemons, they were trying desperately to get those into circulation because those were at one point like $60 cards, and they kept printing those cards and giving them out like as tournament participation and stuff like that to keep the price down.
BT2 Rise Greymon, that card.
For some reason, they reprinted Rise Greymon a billion times, but that card was never expensive.
Yeah, we could never find that card, man.
Tournament pack Diaboromon, original promo Diabora was $100 at one point. They reprinted that card into the ground. I'm trying to think of it's all promo cards that don't come out in sets. They try their best to reprint until they're relatively affordable. Death X is getting a reprint at some point. We're going to get that in limited pack 2. That'll be
whenever
nice.
that comes out.
Yeah, I'm assuming Room Mode's going to get reprinted at some point, but it's probably a little too soon for that. But
yeah, they'll reprint it, hit it to 1. Let everybody hype buy it out and then hit it to 1.
No, it doesn't need to get hit to 1. It's fair and balanced.
Nah, if you're going to look at me and tell me that my Weregaru X needs to go to 1, Ruin Mode 1.
Ruin Mode's fair, dude.
Is it?
Ruin Mode doesn't OTK you.
Yep.
It just makes it to where I can't play the game.
Tough titties, you don't have to tell you.
You know what? You're right. Just ban the 4-cost Marcus and we're good.
No, just banhammer all the Garu cards that I just read today, and then we'll be Gucci.
Yeah, ban BT12 War Greymon.
I'm still so mad that they gave us those Greymon cards, and then the next main set they turned around and gave Garu like infinitely better versions of everything they gave us.
Yep.
Like, just don't even... If they hadn't printed our Greymon line, I'd be cool, because then we would get a Greymon line in BT16, and it would be super broken. But no.
I'm still tentatively excited to see what we get in 17 for the Garu and the Greymon lines.
For the DNA Omni? Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, especially if it's going to work like Mostamon.
I'm sure it will. I'm assuming all DNA Ace cards are going to work that way.
Hey guys, listen. When those cards come out, Genai, unironically good card.
Yeah, I do think it will see play in meta decks, and I think that's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Because right now it's bad.
Yeah, it's definitely bad. Unless you're playing Devas, it's just a bad card to put in your deck. But
I mean, even in Devas, like, it feels real bad the turn you have to on-play it, but then every turn after that, you're like, okay, we're fine.
It does, because obviously you're just bot decking cards. Because it doesn't search anything that you'd play in the deck. But once it hits the field, then you're like, yeah, dude, swing, stupid.
Come at me.
Yeah.
Hope you don't mind.
Hope you don't mind me blast evoing on you. All
Yeah, I'll
right.
blast all over you. Wait, hold on. Pause.
Chill.
Yeah, so we'll just call it there. I'll go to bed. I'm tired.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
All right, later.
All right,
Have a good day.
deuces.
See you, Sean.